made sure I had the entire list of players.
Sound to your mind.
Breathe. I stay quiet as I light on my loud light. Breathe. I balance diet, I'm just trying to get my pounds right. Breathe. I stay quiet as I light on my loud light. Breathe. I balance diet, I'm just trying to get my pounds right. Shouts all on my team, I need more than a mattress support in my dreams. Could grab a few Zeds like I'm falling asleep, but I don't wanna wake for the morning grief. Breathe. Tears drop to the form in the sea. A broke heart, but it's worn in my sleeve. Never listened, I was warned in my teens, but I still skipped school, I was taught in the streets. Ring back, don't call for police. Stand tall, don't fall for the beast. Got issues with trust, so I'm born to believe. We've been a victim of love and now we're caught in it deep. Breathe.
Yes, people, what's happening? I ain't gonna lie, man was having a little two-step there, you know. Big up to Fitz, man. Big up each and every time. Obviously, guys, if you didn't know, that was Fitz in the background, you know, rapping it out. As I said, man was doing like a little two-step in the background, so apologies for being late. But listen, guys, big up yourselves each and every time. You know, as always, guys, make sure you smash the like button, make sure you sub to the channel, and make sure you share the channel as well. So yeah, man, we got 3 of us today. You know, Manchester United all-time 11. This is going to be a good debate, you know. And as I said, man, it's going to be interesting because I think there's going to be a couple of tears in here, you know, because certain players will be getting left out. But listen, it is what it is. Fitz, man, how you been? You been good?
Yeah, man, same old, same. I'm just trying to, I don't know what's going on with my, like, now suddenly my phone's just started, like, I'm getting audio from, like, if it's next to my ear, innit? So, like, everything's proper quiet.
Oh, I mean, I can hear you fine, man.
Yeah, as long as you, man, can hear me fine, like, obviously, I'm just gonna have to fucking pay attention.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm not sure what's, I mean, I'm trying to look at my end.
No, it's definitely from my side. Like, I can even see, like, it's coming from through my phone, like, and it's not letting me switch it up.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, no, as I said,
other than that, I'm good, bro. I'm good. But yeah, that might be why I'm looking confused. But other than that, I'm good.
Man. I said I can hear you perfectly, man. So it's all good. And then we got Exedra, bro. What you saying, man? Long time
Absolutely. On? Absolutely. It's been a long time, Gav. I mean, I think the last time I came on, it must have been ages ago.
It's when we were stressed about Ruben Amorim, bro. That's what it was.
Absolutely. The bad times.
Yeah, exactly, man. But listen, we can look forward now, and hopefully Michael Carrick or whoever comes in next time can obviously help us, you know, start challenging for some titles next season, because I don't think that's out of the question, man. So yeah, man, good spirit.
We're gonna need a bit. We need to get a little bit lucky, I think, if we want to challenge next season. But you know, funny things have happened. You know, Leicester have won a title, so you know, it can happen.
There you go. Yeah, as I say, I think step by step, man. But I have to say, man, it is looking kind of positive at the moment. But let's see, man. I think Champions League football is the target, and once we get that, I think. Yeah, man, I'll be looking forward to the to next season. You know, if I'm honest, I just want to get this season out of the way. You know, watch the World Cup, and then see what we're on next season. That's what I want to see, man. So,
yeah.
But yeah, guys, listen, man. Obviously, we're watching the Arsenal Wolves game. Got it on in the background. I ain't gonna lie, I'm pissed off. You know, Bukayo Saka header. You know, Lumi Rain doing the most as well. But yeah, listen, it is what it is. Hopefully, Wolves can come back. But listen, we're gonna do a new kind of thing, guys. So again, every week we're gonna try and do an all-time 11. You know, so whether we do Manchester United today, you know, it might do Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, and then we're gonna touch on as well some teams from obviously abroad in different leagues. So today's one, obviously, as you can see, is the Man United all-time 11, and it's important to remember, guys, that we are going to be doing from 2008 onwards, because I think if we done all time, it's probably going to be a bit easy to try and guess who's going to be in what kind of team. So, yeah, man, 2008 onwards, and we've all got our list. And as I say, I've got the lineup builder as well. So we're going to put the players in once we've agreed. But first,
and we're doing subs as well, Gav, or just 11?
Subs as well.
Doing subs as well, or just an 11?
Boy, if you want to put subs in, I mean, I can't fit it in the bet builder, in the lineup builder, but it's up to you lot, man. I don't mind, but I think the first 11 is obviously what we need to be discussing. And
yeah, we can discuss it later anyway. Yeah,
cool. All right. So yeah, first things first. What formation you guys looking at?
We could probably keep it simple, 4-3-3. We could even do 4-4-2. It doesn't really matter, but I think 4-3-3 is the formation everyone goes with nowadays, and it's the kind of modern formation, 4-2-3-1, that sort of thing. So I think that's probably the one we should go with.
Yeah, no, I hear it. Fitz, what are you thinking? Because I'm a bit torn at the moment, because the way that I'm looking at it, is if we do a, I mean, is there more forwards to get in than midfielders? That's the main thing, because that will kind of help shape what formation we're going to go with.
The thing is, there's definitely there's an abundance of strikers compared to everywhere else, innit? But
no.
I don't know. Personally, I already know what if we're going for 4-3-3. I know the 3 midfielders, and I also know which one I'm cutting out if we're gonna switch it. So I'm quite comfortable. It's whatever you. But I would say we do have an abundance of strikers to get through here, and someone's gonna have hurt feelings.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking forward to this, because I can just see there's gonna be a lot of upset. You know what I mean? But this is why we're doing this. So let's see. But I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go 4-2-3-1.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 4-2-3-1, and yeah, it just means that certain players are going to be left out, I believe. But again, this is what it's about, man. And chat, make sure as well you get involved and you help us decide on what sort of players you think have a worthy shout of getting into the all-time 11. So yeah, I'm gonna say 4-2-3-1. Obviously, if we put it down to a vote, what you guys saying?
Yeah, I'm all right with that. The only thing I would say is the fact that we've got an abundance of strikers. Not many of them did the 10 roll very well. You get me? So they're still gonna have hurt feelings.
But again, I've literally got 2 players that I don't want no argument about in the 10. So this is where I'm going with it.
Bro, I hear you.
Well, I'm not gonna spoil it. So I don't mind. You guys vote. I don't mind.
X,
I think 4-2-3-1. I think 4-2-3-1. The reason why is because most people think of, when we think of number 6s, number 8s, number 10s, and stuff like that. With a 4-2-3-1, it's easy to see who goes where and what their responsibilities are. So that way, it's a kind of clear differentiation between what each player kind of does and stuff, and it gives a better representation of which player was the best skill set for if we would have the team playing now in today's era, like what it would look like, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
Lumi's just firing out names there. Listen, this is a Man United all-time 11, not an Arsenal. So relax.
Don't worry. You know what? Yeah, Gav, I'm suggesting next one we do should be Arsenal for them lot.
No, we are gonna do Arsenal. Don't worry about that, man. I've already got that plan for next week, man. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. Because I've got a list there for the Arsenal lads. Don't worry, man.
Don't worry, man. Lee Dixon and that. Yeah, cool.
I've got the joke list and the serious list.
What are you saying? 4-2-3-1?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Let me get the formation done. Just bear me 1 minute. So 4-2-3-1. Cool. All right. Well, what I'll do, guys, I'll share the screen at the end. Obviously, it's just so we can just get through. And again, depending on time and that, we might do an all time if we can, but we'll focus on this one at the moment. So again, goalkeeper. I mean, if we're being deadly honest, it's probably between two keepers for me.
But there's only one really.
There's only two.
Well, Edwin and David De Gea. They're the only two I'm kind of contemplating, And
exactly.
I think it's difficult in a sense here because David De Gea, when he first come to Man United, I mean, he was poor. Yeah, he was under pressure, he was lightweight, and then I can't remember when it was, but he kind of just came into his own. If everyone remembers the season that he had, when he single-handedly was just keeping Man United together. But in my opinion, I personally think when it comes to the best ever keepers to play in the league, obviously Peter Schmeichel's name's always up there, And the other one for me is Edwin van der Sar. I think Van der Sar is underrated for me. And as I said, man, coming from Fulham, Dutch international as well, as good as De Gea was, I just don't think De Gea can be ahead of Van der Sar for me. I think Van der Sar was that good. Like, he had a presence of Schmeichel. What I liked about Van der Sar is that Van der Sar wasn't really an aggressive type of goalkeeper. He was more calm and composed. And when you got a goalkeeper,
he was the chilled Schmeichel. He was the chilled version.
That's exactly what he is, And when you got a player like that, man, it just gives confidence to the back line. You know what I mean? So I'm happy with Van der Sar. But what do you guys think anyway? Fitz, what do you think first?
Yo, I'll tell you straight, like, I remember when he was at Fulham, I was absolutely baffled, how Juventus let him go for next to nothing. You know what I mean? I think it actually might have been for $1 million or something. So it was tiny money that they signed him for. And then when at the time, if you remember, we went through some horrendous keepers. Went through Taibbi, Barthez, Bearman, you know what I mean? So I didn't understand why we hadn't. We should have took a punt. One thing my dad used to always say, we should take a punt on this guy. You get me? He should have been one we took a punt on way before Fulham took had the chance. But when he came, you say, he gave that stability to our back four, and there's no question that without him between the sticks, we should have won the treble that year. You get me? And the only reason we didn't was because we fluffed our lines against Portsmouth, in the FA Cup. But Edwin van der Sar was a crucial piece of that, because I actually remember being in Manchester, there was a just where they put up the welcome to Manchester sign, City did, the same spot. The reason they used that spot was because United had put up the best defense in Europe picture, and it had our back four with Edwin behind them in it. Bro, that was there for about 18 months. It was but it was true for about 18 months. It was the best defense in Europe, and Van der Sar was a massive reason to that. Nobody else could have made Gary Neville look that good. You know what I mean?
I hear it. Yeah. What do you think? I mean, obviously, Fitz is more or less covered exactly what I think anyway. I mean, why do you think Van der Sar excels over David De Gea?
See, there's two ways people can take it. You can go with the longevity angle and go so I can see why some people would say De Gea in terms of the length of time he's been at United and stuff. But here's the thing: to win a Premier, first off, Van der Sar's won Prems for us, so there's that distinction immediately. And no matter what team it is, a team that wins the Prem, you have to have a solid goalkeeper, no matter who it is, no matter if it's Leicester, no matter if it's Chelsea. They all had great goalkeepers. Your spine has to be one of the best if you want to win the league. And of that, Van der Sar was an integral part of it. People don't really give him enough credit, I would say, when they talk about the Prem all-time keepers and stuff like that. His name is rarely ever mentioned. People always go to Schmeichel first. And to be fair, for good reason, because Schmeichel was unbelievable.
Schmeichel, yeah.
Exactly. But people don't really mention Van der Sar.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a disservice to how good of a keeper he was and how solid he was for us. And I think at that time, he could have played for pretty much any team in the world, I would say.
Yeah.
He was that good.
Yeah. And to be fair, like people say like the longevity thing, but like I've just had to search it up. Then, Edwin signed for us in 2005, you know.
Yeah.
He was with us for a good 6-7 years. Like my mom was there for a bit because I think De Gea came in like the last Fergie season, maybe the season before is like the last Fergie. So he only got a year. Huh?
Yeah, De Gea came in 2011, and then obviously Sir Alex retired in 2013.
Yeah. So fucking Van der Sar was there for a good 6 years. You know what I mean? Like it's not a short span of time. And when you come in and straight away you're winning leagues and you're winning Champions Leagues, like that speaks volumes. Like we say, De Gea. I remember De Gea was he was shaky. Everyone was on the verge of like, is this going back through the Schmeichel thing? Now that Edwin's gone, are we going to go through this nightmare with the keepers? And luckily, he came good for us eventually, you know what I mean? But everyone spent at least 2-3 seasons looking at De Gea like, why are we sticking with him? You know what I mean? Van der Sar never had that. So even if, like, say for example, how long was De Gea with us? 9 years.
De Gea was with us.
I think about that, yeah. Actually, no, longer than that. Because remember, he had a testimonial, didn't he?
12 years.
So
12.
12. All right, but only 9 of them were good though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Edwin had 6 good years, so we're only talking 3 extra seasons that De Gea was solid. You know what I mean? So it's not that great of a difference between them, but it just seems like it is because we had De Gea from younger and watched him get old. Edwin was already like mid-30s, early 30s when we signed him, innit?
Yeah.
No, I agree, man. I agree. I think for me, I don't really look at it in terms of longevity, if I'm honest, because why I always bring it back to is Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho never had longevity in comparison to a lot of these players, but there's no one that can tell me that Ronaldinho wasn't one of the greatest players I've ever seen. So that's where I don't look at longevity. Yeah,
even down to players like slightly before our time, but still within the era, so we know enough about them. Like, look at Van Basten, bro. You go and look at what my man did. Like 3 Ballon d'Ors or some shit, like playing it in Holland. Like, bro, mad career. Ended by the age of 28. You know what I mean? Like, some careers don't last too long, but it's what they can do within that, innit? Like, R9's career was cut short, like, with so many injuries and so many knocks and that. But you look at what he did when he was healthy, made himself the best striker in history, innit?
Yeah, 100. Can't disagree, man. I mean, to be fair, it's unanimous. You know, I'll be very surprised, yeah, if we're being honest, if anyone does choose De Gea over Van der Sar. And I think it probably would only be due to recency bias, in my opinion, because I'm not saying De Gea wasn't good, but I think Van der Sar, for me, you know, him and Schmeichel, for me, are the only two really that can, if we're talking about all-timers, not just Man United, but in the Premier League as a whole, I think them two are two of the keepers that you have to look at. So
so we had this conversation on Monday, Gav. Like, they were the only two. There was only one other keeper that came into the convo that was an actual contender, and that was Czech. And he was third in the list when we was really deep in it. He wasn't even really in the convo. We just added him so it wasn't United bias.
I agree.
But them two were head and shoulders above everybody that's been in the league. Like I said, Donnarumma, couple years time, might be head and shoulders above all them because he's still got years ahead of him. But
I agree.
Van der Sar.
Yeah, I think Donnarumma for me right now is the best keeper in this league. Hands down, I think he's the best keeper in this league right now. So if he can continue and City keep winning trophies, then yeah, definitely. And again, I think just before we obviously select Van der Sar, I think what's testament to Van der Sar, is that I think the only reason Van der Sar doesn't get spoken about in the terms with Schmeichel is because Van der Sar's quiet. That has to be the only reason. Because if you're looking at goalkeeping ability, is there really that much difference between the two?
No, if we're really being technical about it, Van der Sar is probably actually a better shot stopper than Schmeichel.
Yeah.
Van der Sar, like I said to you on Monday, Van der Sar went like 15, 16 games without conceding a goal. Bro, that's still not, no one's come close to that in the league. You know what I mean? Schmeichel never did that, and Schmeichel always had, like I say, people overlook Pally and Bruce, but Pally and Bruce were bad boys. Them man in front of you, you're not conceding many, and then when you're replacing one of them with Yap Stam, and then you're replacing the other with Ronnie Johnson, and then you're replacing, you know what I mean? Like, bro, he always had elite defenders in front of him, still never did 15 in a row.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I'm just sorry, but I just see what's this? Onana, Fabio, Raphael, Bailly, Jones, Fred, Fellaini, Anthony, Sancho, Van der Beek, Hoyland.
You didn't have to read all of that out, by the way, guys.
Now, you know what?
After the first name, you should have stopped.
You know what? Nah. Lumi, you've touched on something that I mentioned to Gav. That's all signings post Fergie. I've got a little, and I've got an 11 for you post Fergie, but we'll get through this and then I'll let you know what that was from my side, because
it's crazy, isn't it?
Lumi is just violated with that 11 there. I don't care. Like, wait until you hear the 11 that I could give you.
Man. Let her have her time, because listen, the tears will be coming at the end of the season, man. So throw the banter in. I don't mind, man, because I'll have my time to laugh at the end of the season. I promise you. But listen,
I'm not letting her have the moment. Anyway. Yeah.
Edwin van der Sar, yeah. I think this is a good question. Okay, so we probably kind of answered it already anyway. So that means, who would you choose then, Van der Sar or Schmeichel?
Me personally, I'm going Schmeichel because he was my childhood. You get me? But if we're just purely going on just shot stopping ability, Van der Sar was probably better.
Yeah.
But for me, I did
a tough one.
Presence. But I do like that leadership kind of presence to him. You know what I mean? But I like that kind of Roy Keane type captain that's gonna bollock everyone. You get me? But Van der Sar, it brings different kind of different energy to your defense, don't it? Obviously. I want defenders ready to snap legs. So I want Schmeichel there, man.
Yeah, I hear it. All right, cool. Let's move it on anyway. Let's go to fullback. So right back here. So I'm gonna go through the list that I've got, and obviously if we've forgotten anyone, then we can just discuss. Now, I think this right back here is gonna be difficult to pick. Personally,
because it's weak, bro.
I found myself just putting in names because the list wasn't that extravagant. Yeah.
It wasn't good.
This is what I've got.
It wasn't
I've got. Yeah, man's got Wesley Brown, Raphael, Antonio Valencia, Ashley Young, Diogo Dalot, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Mazraoui, Gary Neville. I mean, I have to say, yeah, that is probably the poorest list of right backs I can remember. If we're
100.
being honest.
I'm not gonna lie. For my list of
Didn't feel
right
like that when we
backs,
were winning.
I hear it.
Yeah, true.
But
True.
my list of right backs, I put Wes Brown in centre backs because I didn't like him at right back. So
but
for my right backs,
let's not
all
forget,
I've
man.
got.
Wes Brown was the one that got Ronaldo the assist from right back. Let's not
No, I
forget.
hear it. I hear it. But you know what though? For right backs, for me, I had essentially one choice. I made it two because of longevity, and the other two, I will really be upset if this gets voted. So I've gone. Raphael is the clear choice, just because you remember that match where he nearly sat Tevez.
No, what happened?
We was playing a derby, bro. We was playing a derby, yeah, and Tevez must have done something, and my man's jumped up and just dashed him, bro. Like, yo,
serious?
bro, I'm gonna find the clip and I'll send it over to you after this. But just for that reason, that's why I'm putting him there, because I even me and my boy started up at the time a Facebook page about the time that Raphael nearly sat out Tevez. Like, yo, bro, it was a moment for me. So he's the clear shout. Neville's the other argument for it. And then I've got Valencia and Ashley Young. And if them two get even a conversation, I'm not going to be happy.
Yeah.
So we've got one guy, really.
I'll have to be honest, yeah. I'm actually struggling who to go for. I think it's that bad. So I'll be the one man to go for the majority vote, because I don't think it's a great list. And as I said, Dallow's in there because just to fill spaces. And I think the other ones, you know, it's one of them things where I don't think they got any chance of getting picked, but we got to just put some names out there. But Exedra, bro, what do you think? Because I'll say I'm stuck for this. I'm stuck.
Yeah, for me, I kind of agree with this. There's only really two that we can say for really that have any conversation, and this is I'm trying to not be, you know, trophy and prem biased as much, but if we're talking about even the quality of players here, we're kind of digging with scraps here. We're not looking for the best of the best here. So the only two that I have even considered were Raphael and Neville.
Yeah.
They're
the only two I'm willing to consider.
Yeah.
But what? But not Wes Brown, no.
So Wes Brown, as Fitz said, I think it's more centre back thing. Even though I personally am a big fan of Wes Brown. I think he's underrated as a player, and people don't give him the respect he deserves.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I've always loved Wes Brown, because when me and my bro was kids, obviously the team that we was playing for, Stretford Vicks, we used to have end of season awards at United's ground, innit? And Wes Brown was there one season signing autographs for us all and getting pictures taken and that. So like, as soon as he started debuting in the squad, bro, he was the guy for us, you get me? Because we knew him, we felt like we was his mate, you get me? So I love Wes Brown, but
getting in there on a technicality then, basically.
nah, man, I can't do it. I can't do that. Because like I say, if anything, he's going centre back, and for me, nah, he's not. He doesn't make it.
It's unfortunate. We could do the Arsenal thing and have like 4 centre backs in the entire back four.
Yeah.
He's probably the best shout, especially at right back, because at left back, at least there's one or two options there that are viable. But fucking hell, right back is outrageous.
Yeah. So what? So we're going between Raphael and Gary Neville, yeah?
Yeah, and I'm leaning towards Raphael.
I would thought Valencia would have got a shout.
Nah, because for me, he was good when he was pacey. When he lost his pace, that's when we put him at right back. And without pace, Valencia, like, he was just an engine. You know what I mean? He was just an absolute machine, but defensively he wasn't that good. He didn't have the same bravery going forward. Like, he didn't really want in with challenges. Like, he was, for me, he kind of stole a wage for at least a season or two from us.
He's one of the most one-dimensional players I've ever seen, though. That's what I will tell you.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's why I can't have him in the list. Yeah, I can't have him in the team, Valencia.
Yeah.
Like, it's antagonist to what I believe in football, so I just can't be having Valencia.
So what do you think?
I've got a feeling, though, yeah? I've got a feeling that I might get outvoted on this one, though. But I'm just gonna say it anyway. On that basis, I'm gonna go Raphael.
That's where I'm leaning towards Raphael over Neville.
Okay,
it's
I
hard
thought you
because
say Gary Neville.
It's hard because, honestly, especially with today's standards, Gary Neville wasn't that bad of a footballer compared to today's standards. But at the same time, Raphael was a better footballer than Gary Neville was. But then again, there's all these intangibles about, standards, leadership, all that sort of thing that comes into play.
Yeah.
So it's definitely very hard for me, honestly.
I hear it, but for me, we've already got Edwin in net. That's our captain. Who are you listening to? If you're on this pitch, who are you listening to? Gary Neville or Edwin van der Sar?
That's true. That's fair.
Yeah,
to be fair, Gary Neville himself would say, "Oh, listen to Edwin instead."
Listen to Edwin, standard. He don't want no smoke.
I think the one credit you give to Gary Neville, though, is Gary Neville. He maximized what he had, because I mean, he wasn't as you said, a great footballer, but you'd probably say he maximized the best of what he had in it, kind of thing.
Right.
So
100%.
Probably
and to be fair, it says a lot that obviously you see, like with Nicky Butt and Phil Neville, they eventually left because they wanted more first team football. Gary Neville never struggled for first team football. You know what I mean? And it's not like when we had weaknesses in the team, Fergie just brought in guys, you know what I mean? And it's not like, for example, like Cafu moved about, you know what I mean? We could have brought in a Cafu, we could have brought in a Zanetti, a Thuram, you know what I mean? We had the money for it. It's not like Fergie wouldn't have eyed him up if he'd have seen weakness in him. So, and the fact that he managed to stay under Fergie his entire career and played first team football essentially from day one, because he sold Paul Parker to let him start. You know what I mean? And then stayed in the team the whole way through. Only reason we've got this conversation with Raphael, and that was because Neville's legs were going.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Cool. Well, so what are we doing then? What are we saying? I'm gonna say Raphael.
Yeah.
Because I actually did rate Raphael. You know what I mean?
I think that's
especially if we're doing 2008 onwards, it's Raphael.
Cool. Let's put him in. Raphael, boy, makes an all-time Man United 11. Who would have thought?
And you know what? The fact that Exedra has just pointed that out, the fact that we're going from 08 forward, that's kind of cleared up. There's not really a debate about left back now.
Yeah. But Raphael's not in the game. What's going on? Let me just add him in. Raphael, you know. Let me 1 minute. That's mad. You can't even get him in the game. What is that?
Can you put it in manually, like type it out?
But that's what I'm trying to do now. Even that's not coming up.
Wow. Okay.
Raphael. Wait, is he got another name? Raphael something. Let me see if his brother comes up. Fabio.
No, because obviously that's the first names, isn't it? One sec. Let me just search it.
Wait, his name's not even coming up. That's mad.
One sec.
All right. Let me type Raf. Let me see. Yeah, it's not even coming up.
One sec. Rafael da Silva.
That's the one. The Silva. I mean, his name don't come up, but I can pull it in manually anyway. So
yeah.
So guys, listen, Rafael da Silva, man, right back. Ooh, I don't know if people will be unhappy with that, but I'm happy with that.
With the restriction of 2008 and after, I think I think it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
He might have had a stronger chance if this was all time, innit? But again, if it's all time, we've got Irwin to throw there, so it's not.
We got Irwin.
Yeah, but I think all time will probably be slightly easy to do. This is the problem.
Yeah,
I think 2008, it's going to be a good conversation. So, Van der Sar, guys, in goal. Rafael da Silva at right back. Let's move it over to left back. I think this will probably be quick. I've only really got 4 players, if I'm honest. There was names I was trying to fill in, like Marcus Royo and stuff like that, but I thought, nah, listen, let's not do that. Yeah. But Luke Shaw, Ashley Young, John O'Shea, Patrice Evra. And I think there's no point even going through them. I'm just going to say Evra.
You left out Sylvester.
Yeah, but if you check it, Sylvester is the same as Louis Saha. That's why I didn't include him.
Yeah. To be fair, but that's...
Yeah, they were both 2008, but they didn't play, did they? So...
Nah, but is there in a technicality in it? Like, for me, it's either Evra or Sylvester, and Sylvester is a technicality. And that's why I'm saying like that with Exedra saying that.
They can't be doing
that. Forward though.
Hey, let's not rule out John O'Shea, man. John O'Shea's biggest highlight was nuts in Figo. Let's not forget that.
Bro, remember? I'm not gonna lie. John O'Shea I put him down in a centre back like option.
Nah, let's not do that, man.
Nah, but hear what I'm saying, bro. John O'Shea could have been in the conversation for goalkeeper. He could play anywhere on the pitch, that lad. Trust me.
I'm not having John O'Shea, man. No way.
Bro, John O'Shea is the only guy to have played in all 11 positions for Manchester United. Check that one.
In all what?
He's played in every position on the pitch for United, bro. He's played as striker, left, right mid, fucking left back, right back, centre mid. He's been in net, bro.
I've never seen him play as striker.
Bro, he's been thrown up top for like the last. I'm telling you, he's played. It's a statistic, innit? Like, or one of them. It's like a record, whatever. You get me? But John O'Shea has played every position for Manchester United. One second, we'll search it quickly now.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I wouldn't even put.
I'm not gonna have him as centre back though. I'll be honest.
No,
I can't do that, man.
No.
Exedra, what do you think, bro? What do you think? Is it Evra for you?
Well, I'm surprised nobody mentioned Daley Blind. I thought he'd get more of a shout than he did, but yeah, it's got to be Evra.
I've got Daley Blind at centre back because when I see him bully Lukaku, yeah, listen, you're getting in. So I've got him at centre back.
Interesting.
Yeah. But again, he's probably one of a couple of players that I've already got down here that could figure in 2 positions. But I think he done his best work at centre back.
Yeah, just one sec. During the 2007-2008 season, Manchester United used John O'Shea as an emergency striker due to injury problems. His use as a striker gave him the distinction of having played in every position for Manchester United.
My God, man.
To be fair, people don't respect John O'Shea enough. Like that guy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. John O'Shea needs some respect, bro. He's won some shit with us, bro.
Boy, John O'Shea.
But yeah, he's not going in at left back, not over Evra.
He's not going at centre back either.
Nah, because we've got better options there. Same way, I've got 4 solid options at centre back, 5 technically, but again, it's a technicality.
No.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to go Evra.
Yeah, I think to be honest with you, out of all the positions, it's probably the easiest one to do because I don't think there's been any left back apart from. I mean, Sylvester for me was good, but was Sylvester better than Evra? I don't think so. And then the only one you're thinking of is Dennis Irwin.
Yeah.
And obviously, yeah, I mean, so Yeah, it's got to be Evra, man. I think.
And to be fair, Patrice Evra's that good that I would put Irwin on the right because we're that weak in the right back position because Evra is that good in left. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's one of them.
I'd agree.
Evra's got to make it in.
yeah. I think you mentioned that the other day as well, didn't you?
Yeah. Like when I put together my all-time United 11, I felt like where Irwin's going at one of them, but it's who's going in with him, who's going in on the other side. It was either going to be Gary Neville or Patrice Evra. When it comes down to picking one of those players, it's only Patrice.
Yeah. Nah, cool, man. As I said, man, Evra gets in. Evra, and again, I rate Evra as probably being one of the best left backs to play in this league. I think the only one really that can chat to him in a sense is probably Ashley Cole.
Ashley Cole,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ashley Cole. That's it.
You know,
The list ends there.
Yeah, literally. You know, I mean, if you want to throw in Leighton Baines as well, you know, then maybe
not with them two, bro. Not with them two.
I think them two were the standouts for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? But anyway, let's move it on. So, centre backs. So
I'm interested to what you guys say for this one because obviously there's the.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Yeah, I'll be honest with you. There's one player for me that I don't know if he gets in, but he has to get in because I've just got a feeling I reckon you two might go for the pairing. Yeah. But I'm breaking the pairing up. I'm just saying right now, yeah. So again, I've gone, to the centre backs: Rio, Vidic, Maguire, Phil Jones, Chris Smalling, Raphael Varane, Eric Bailly, Johnny Evans, Daley Blind.
Bro, you've missed PK and De Ligt and Varane.
Right, no, Varane's there. Varane's there, yeah. The reason I didn't put De Ligt in, is because again, De Ligt's only been there for a short amount of time, so I can't really be picking players that haven't really got longer than 3 seasons in a sense. You know what I mean? That's why he's not in there. But I do think De Ligt in the future will be someone that we'll be talking about for real. And again, who was the other one you said?
PK.
Yeah, again, PK didn't play. PK's best years were at Barcelona, so
I know, but
you can't do the technicality on that. It's for a Man United.
Nah, I can't put PK in there, man.
I hear it. I hear it. To be fair, when I said to you in it, for me, I have got an extended list, and there's Evans, Jones, O'Shea, Smalling, Brown on there. But for me, there was 4 names. And one that's a reach. The 4 names is Rio, Vidic, De Ligt, Varane. And the reach is PK. That's it.
PK can't be in there, man. That's
right. Which limits me now to Rio, Vidic, De Ligt, Varane. That's it.
But I don't.
And you've already said no De Ligt. That's what I'm saying. And you said no De Ligt, which means that we've got Rio, Vidic, and Varane.
Yeah, well, this is the 3 that I was talking about.
And you want Varane in it? You want Varane over Rio, don't you?
Listen, I'm just gonna say it right now, because Rio or Vidic is gonna get in, Varane's there, so I'm putting him in the team right now. I'm just saying. Nah, bro, I'm telling you now, I'm putting him in the team.
But wait. Hold up, because I am a massive Varane fan. And I'm not going to lie, I was more of the sake of we should extend Varane's contract by a year and not extend Maguire's. You know what I'm saying? Like I was saying we should choose to extend Varane's over Maguire. But at the end of the day, bro, he was at the end of his career. We're talking about short space of time. Bro, weren't he signed by Ten Hag?
Yeah.
I think Ten Hag, I think, yeah.
So we got 2 seasons with Ten Hag, and then he was gone. So it's not 3 seasons though.
Yeah, but bro, come on, man. Like I'll be honest with you,
You're not giving me the link for the same reason.
He was that good, He was that good that he has to be in there. So I'm not
the Lit's that good. The Lit's that good that he deserves a shout in the convo, but you're not giving me the lit because he's not been there for 3 years. Varane wasn't.
Okay. Let's just narrow this down now, yeah?
So Rio and Vidic.
Even if you do want the licked in there, he doesn't make it.
No, I know he doesn't, but I know he doesn't, but that's my point. You're already ruling him out from even being in contention for that reason, and then you're telling me Varane has to be in when he did 2 seasons.
Bro,
unsuccessfully.
I'm not willing to argue on this. Varane's in there.
Rio and Vidic, bro. How are you gonna split up Rio and Vidic for easy. Varane?
Varane's in there. Varane's in there. I don't care.
Bro.
You lot can argue over Vidic or Rio. Like, I'm happy to take either. But Varane has to be there. There's none of this Rio, Vidic, and Varane not making it. So
it's got to be Rio, Vidic, man.
This is why I talked about that subs thing, because Varane was my very first sub.
Get out of here. Varane on the bench. Varane on the bench. No way.
It would
Rio
be
and Vidic.
Rio and Vidic all day. But you know what though, yeah? It doesn't even matter what we decide. We might as well go with it, Exedra. Because last time we decided fucking Ronaldo on the right and it ended up with Mahrez there, man.
We'll get onto that a bit later. So let's relax,
bro. I would have been happier with Joe Cole on the right than Mahrez. That's an outrage. But
listen, I don't think you think how good Mahrez was, man. Mahrez was ridiculous.
No, Mahrez was good, bro. But Ballon d'Or Cristiano,
he was ridiculous. Mahrez, ridiculous. Silky touch, technical, bro, skillful. You name it. I mean that season with Leicester and then with City. He has to be there, man. For me, I'm not backing down on that. But listen, I cannot believe you lot are both gonna go for Rio and Vidic ahead of Varane.
Just because we're talking 08 forwards, yeah, and Rio and Vidic still had a good 5 years minimum, yeah, after 08, and we're talking 08 is the starting point. So the starting point is them man being a massive contribution of why we've done a European and Premier League double. Arsenal fans dream of that
competition in the league as well. It was a very tough league back then as well.
Yeah, and we should have done the actual treble. You know what I mean? We made it to the FA Cup final as well. Like, bro, them man was sick that year, and we still had a good 4 or 5 years of it. Varane, for me, if we're talking absolute prime players, I'll take him over Rio, because getting Varane at Real Madrid in peak form, peak years, all day, every day. But if we're doing Manchester United and the time that they spent in a United shirt, from 08 forward, Rio and Vidic all day long. It has to be. Varane wasn't here long enough and didn't do anything.
Let's narrow it down, yeah. Let's narrow it down, yeah. If you had to pick, Varane or Vidic, Rio or Vidic, who would you pick?
Are we talking in a United shirt or at just prime?
Just who do you think was the way I'm trying to word it, like, because I was gonna say, who do you think was the crucial defender? But who do you think was the better all-round defender?
For United or just in general?
In general,
then yeah, we're talking Varane, because he was in his prime. He was 3 times the defender of Rio. But if we're talking a United shirt, Rio.
Sorry, I meant between Rio and Vidic.
Oh, Rio and Vidic.
Yeah.
Oof. Well, I prefer that get stuck in like type of. So I want Vidic over Rio, because Rio was a bit more of that passing, like playing out from the back kind of, you know what I mean? Like but Vidic was just, he's there because he's gonna stop guys getting past in it. Like he was a thug in a United shirt, so I'm going for Vidic all day, every day there. But like I say, Varane and Rio, United shirt talk.
Yeah. if I was to pick a pairing, like, it would be Varane and Rio, for me as well.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. That's why Varane has to get in.
But he's only had 2 or 3 seasons, Gav. Vidic has given us too much. And let's not disrespect Vidic, by the way. He was sensational for us. for the
Bro,
last five
the
5
only-
and 6
bro,
years.
I've never seen.
he's one of
Varane
4
being given.
players.
Bro, I've
Bro,
never
he's one
seen
of 4
Varane being
players
given the
to win
runaround.
Bro, he was Premier League best player of the season twice,
Yeah.
and there's only been like 3 other players that have done that.
Who was
Vidic.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
yes.
You serious?
Bro, yes, he did.
was.
Bro, there's an interview with him with Gary Neville where he puts it on Neville like, why didn't you ask me? And Neville's like, saying the same as you. You didn't do that. He's pulled it up, and yes, he fucking did, bro. And there's only 3 men that have done that with him, and one of them Salah. The other one was fucking someone like Henry, and the other one, you know what I mean? Like elite strikers, bro. My man is a defender, Premier League player of the season twice.
Boy,
And that's
quite clearly
Vidic.
didn't see-
That's
they
the
quite
thug.
clearly didn't see when Fernando Torres gave him the runaround. Then, you know what I mean? They quite
Bro,
clearly didn't
One
see-
game doesn't, do the whole season. For the whole season, he was insane for us, Gav. You got to give him some
Nah,
respect.
listen. I rate Vidic, man, but Vidic ahead of Varane and Rio.
Bro,
I don't
Bro,
know, man.
Vidic could get kicked in the head and still come back for more, man. Vidic
And
was
again,
a
we have to do it for the
killing me,
longevity matters as well, Gav. We can't just say for one person that he's only played for 1 or 2 seasons, and then the next time we have to get it in. We have to be consistent here.
Well,
And,
listen, I was happy to put the licked in if you wanted him in there. I was happy.
No, but that's what I'm saying is like when it comes down to United, like United centre backs from 08 forward, what they've done for the club and their contribution to success, and even just how successful they were for us in that position. You know what I mean? Like clean sheets speak for themselves. You know what I mean? And when I'm look at what Rio and Vidic were able to do. Like I say, I had to go past on a daily basis a massive billboard with their faces on saying best defense in Europe, and no one could argue that for a good 2 years, bro. These Arsenal fans were aghast about Saliba and Gabriel. They're nothing near Rio and Vidic were in a way.
That goes without saying, though. That goes without saying.
This is what I'm saying. And so we know how the levels that he was at that point in time. For me, Varane did not live up to the expectation that we wanted from him. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't be so harsh, Fitz. I think Varane, for what he had left, was insane for us. And if I could have, another 2 years of Varane, but unfortunately, he needed his thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm not saying that he did terrible. I did want an extra year with him there. You get me? But for me, like when I seen that we were signing Casemiro and Rafael Varane, do you understand the level of excitement that went through my entire body? I genuinely thought we are back. This is the experience, and they're still at an age where they can contribute massively. You get me?
And to be fair, we were third in that season as well when they came in. We were on the moon, and the Carabao Cup. The only shame is I think we lost the FA Cup final to City, and they won the treble as well. I think that season. That's the only down point. But yeah.
But this is the thing, though, bro. When you live in Manchester and you're watching them, man, do the one thing that you've always told them, you never do the treble, though. You know what I mean? And then you've had to watch them do it. And you're watching Varane at centre-back in that final. Bro, I'm sorry, but the feeling that is attached to Rio and Vidic, it's different to what's attached to Varane. As a United fan, Varane wasn't the Varane that we once knew. You know what I mean? When we signed him, I was excited because I knew what we were getting. And when he came, for me, he didn't, as good as he didn't do what I thought he was going to do for us. Rio and Vidic, they surpassed anything we ever expected. You know what I mean?
But
Vidic came in,
is this conversation? But I think this is more about. I think this is more linking to longevity in a sense, because
in a sense, and it's linking to the success, but it's more like even cut the success and the longevity. Like it is for me, it's the feeling. It's the feeling. Rio and Vidic the success that we experience with them man paired up, like there's not much that can force me to separate. The only thing that can force me to separate them two is doing the all-time one where we're like, right, Yap Stam has to be in there. So now you've got to, but that's Yap Stam. And Yap Stam, when he was in a United shirt, was the best centre-back in the world.
I agree.
So he has to. Varane, when he was at United, was not the best centre-back in the world. For me, when he was at United, he wasn't better than Rio or Vidic.
All right, well, listen, I ain't gonna lie, I'm disappointed, but I'm gonna have to go with majority. I mean, Exedra, I know you said Varane and Rio, so should we go with your suggestion then? Yeah.
No, it's got to be Rio and Vidic, Gav. It's got to be Rio and Vidic. Yeah.
All right, cool.
As players, I can see the argument for Varane, but for what they've done for us and the performance and the success they've provided, and they've done it for longer than Varane, so there is no argument really here.
Nah, listen, I'm happy to go along with that. And Fitz, obviously, you want Rio Vidic, yeah?
Yeah. For me, like I say, if we're talking just taking the player and putting them from just their prime years, and we can just take the player, Varane's in it all day, every day. You know what I mean?
I'll be honest, yeah. I would probably have Varane probably ahead of Rio.
What's just in a United
You
shirt?
could do that.
Bro, I don't think people deep in how good Varane was when he was at the club. Varane was ridiculous. I mean, he basically was holding Lissandro's hand when he was playing. He was that good.
He was, to be fair. Yeah.
He was, man. He was ridiculous. Yeah.
I hear it.
Don't get the credit he deserves.
To be fair, he might be being harshly done by, because to be fair, he didn't have the same players and the same, partnership and all the rest. But all that kind of does play a part in these lists. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen people go with like, oh, Gary Neville's got to be right back because I know that Beckham's going right mid. You know what I mean? It's like, and they know that pairing works so well. And it's like, for me, that's not a reason. Beckham will work well with any right back I put there, because I'm only going to put elite right back there. But it's one of them. For me, Rio and Vidic, they just did too much for us, bro. They did too much for us. And like I say, the feeling that's attached with just thinking of Rio and Vidic together, it's trophies. You know what I mean? It's the high points.
So really, what we've got, we've actually got the back four that actually play together anyway, innit?
Yeah, the back five that won a Champions League, bro. Because Raphael was the rotation for Neves, and Neves was the only person in contention with Rafa. So
I hear it.
Literally picking who started the Champions League final, I think.
That's crazy. All right. Well, anyway, let's get the boring bit out of the way. The defense. So, guys, we got Van der Sar in goal. We've got Raphael right back, Patrice Evra left back, Rio and Vidic. That makes up the back five. Obviously, I have Man United's all-time Premier League 11 from 2008 onwards. We're now going to move on to midfield. Now, I think this is going to be difficult, and the reason it's going to be difficult is because I would say there's possibly, and this isn't done on longevity, by the way, yeah. For me, there's possibly 4 players that should be in contention, and maybe one might be high up the pitch, but I've got a feeling that he might not make it for some reason, but we're going to see anyway, yeah. But the midfielders we've got: Paul Scholes, Owen Hargreaves, Anderson, Paul Pogba, Michael Carrick, Nemanja Matic, Casemiro, Darren Fletcher. Missing anyone?
Is that it? Yo, one sec. So, because I prepared for a 4-3-3, yeah?
Go on.
Obviously, I've got 3 defensive midfielders in Carrick, Casemiro, and Hargreaves. Then one of the centre mids, it's just Scholes, because that's the lock. There's no debate that Scholes is in one of them.
Yes.
Scholes ain't making it, by the way. He ain't making it.
And then the other centre mid side, I've got Pogba, Mainu, Park,
Kobe can't be in there already, man. Come on,
bro,
Bruno can't be in
bro,
there.
Kobe
bro.
can't be in there already.
bro,
No.
bro. I'll fight for Kobe against anyone. I'm not gonna be able to put.
Wait, he
Bro.
can be in there, but he's not gonna make the team, is he? So what's the point?
I know, but bro, yo, I've got like 5 more that won't make the team. I'm still saying them. The fuck.
That's fair.
Right, then I've got Park. He deserves to be in this
Nah,
conversation.
he's on the wing for me. He's on the wing for me.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fletch, because we're going 08 onwards, I've thrown Giggs in this conversation. Okay, he's not going on the wing at this point.
Okay. Cool.
I've got Kagawa in there.
Nah. See, you're messing it up now. You're messing it up. We're going central midfielders.
Nah, but this is what I'm saying, though, bro. Obviously, this was for the 4-3-3. So one of the like this side is more where they can get forward a bit more. You know what I mean?
But what I would say,
Kagawa, Anderson, and I also threw Ravel Morrison. Cause fuck it, I know what kind of a bad boy that kid was.
He's taking the piss. He's taking the piss.
Nah. Yo, one sec. Exedra, like, I'm not gonna lie. Ravel was like 3 years younger than me in high school, innit? But he, like, bro, I used to watch that kid kick ball on a daily basis. My man was a fucking baller, bro. Like,
I know.
and obviously, we used to go and watch him in the academy games and stuff, innit? And like, bro, kid's an absolute baller, I swear down. He deserves honourable mention.
That whole academy system, Lingard, who also came up through Lingard, and there was other people as well. They all were watching Morrison. They were all watching Ravel Morrison, saying he's gonna make it. I don't know about us, but he's gonna make it. And then
you know what it is.
Remember, Ferguson said he's the most talented player that he's ever seen.
He's ever seen.
Yeah, I'll tell you straight, you know what it was that fucked him up? Obviously, he's from the ends, innit? He's from OT. Obviously, Old Trafford's not just a stadium, it's an ends. Bro, fucking obviously, like, he caught up in road business, innit? And his boys were all on road, so he ended up just like, yeah, man, it was a shame, man. It's a shame. Because obviously, like, it's just people around him basically dragging him down, innit? And when he started seeing sense and trying to distance, it was too little, too late in a red shirt. But
bro, I actually watched a documentary on him. There was a documentary on I think it was on BBC One or something like that, and it showed the background, man. And it's a shame, man, because you know, players like that, man, with that amount of ability, man, there should be much more protection in that sense, man, because these kind of players don't come around too often, man. And you know what I mean? It's a shame that he didn't have the career that he should have had. Because when I see some of the players now, it's like these guys weren't Ravel Morrison. He was ridiculous. You know what I mean? So
something happening to a talent like that, it kind of makes you, think about football another way. And I can see Gav is, reacting to the game. He's
I'm biting my lip, and I just see Wolves on I can see Wolves drawing this game. I'm telling you, I can see them drawing this game.
He's begging João Gomez to this.
Hey, listen, they're putting some good passing together, man. So.
I'm not gonna lie, that's my bet. I put Angel Gomez to score or assist, and for it to be a draw.
Bro, so, you know why you've lost the bet?
Angel, not Mane.
He come off injured in the first leg, in the first half.
Bro, I've got it on, yeah, but I'm wrapped up in my paperwork here. You get me?
Yeah,
fuck's it now. But super subs on. I've got super subs on. So who did he come on? Who come on for him?
Arakadari.
Okay. So, all right. So I've still got a chance, though. You get me? But I was hoping it was gonna be the United boy. You get me?
Boy, same here, man. Same here. But yeah, listen. Let's get back to it, man. Because So in all seriousness, just quickly, yeah. The reason why, again, because we've got different positions out, and this is why I've done the 4-2-3-1. But the likes of Kagawa can't be included because Kagawa's a 10. You know what I mean?
So, no, but that's what I'm saying. For me, like I say, it was like when we saw.
You're killing me.
But like for me, this is like you see on Monday where you
offside.
laughing.
Why do you have hope in Wolves? Like out of all the teams, Wolves, bro.
I listen. Wolves
yeah.
gonna get a draw, man. I'm telling you, they're gonna get a draw. In
But yo, Gav, you, you see on you see on Monday where you fucking like when we changed it to 4-4-2. Yeah, and he was like, well, this fucks me up because I've got 10s in the list and that. Like, this is the same for me, basically, because obviously I had like defensive mids that are going to like basically sit central, and then I've got fucking ones that was going to get forward in it. So Kagawa can move into that one. And obviously, I know you put Park on the right, and you were shaking your head about Giggsy, so obviously I'm presuming he was going to be in the left. So essentially, for the midfield, we've got fucking Carrick, Scholes, Casemiro, Pogba, Fletch, but I'm presuming you want Pogba in the 10.
Whoa, boy, listen.
So that's what I'm saying. So what we got? Carrick, Casemiro, Scholes, or Fletcher.
Well, the thing is, yeah, I think it's obvious that we're gonna pick Scholes, yeah. So Scholes he goes in there, yeah. So let's put him in there.
Yeah.
My favorite player as well.
Ridiculous. I mean, terrible pundit, but listen, we can ignore that. No, goal's been given.
Kev, I'm telling you, why do you have hope in Wolves? There's better games to pull your hopes on.
Nah, bro, listen, because these Arsenal fans chat, man. So, you know, they were nowhere to be seen, man, when Arsenal got smoked by us, and then all of a sudden they're winning. They winning this game, and they start chatting. That's what they do. Like, it is what it is, man. It's Wolves bottom of the league, innit? They got Tottenham on the weekend, but yeah, listen, Scholes goes in, yeah. So now we're choosing between Hargreaves, Anderson, Pogba, Carrick, Casemiro. I think Darren Fletcher, worthy mention, but he don't get into this for me. Nemanja Matic, to be fair, underrated when he was at Man United, but I think he doesn't get in with this list. And probably Anderson as well, even though Anderson was very good. And the same with Owen Hargreaves. So
we're talking Carrick or Casemiro.
Yeah, Pogba, Carrick, Casemiro, and I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I actually don't know who to pick because it doesn't feel right not picking Michael Carrick. If I'm honest, yeah, because Michael Carrick.
I feel like you're forgetting how good Carrick was, bro.
Yeah,
Carrick.
No. I just said Carrick.
No. But that's what I'm saying. Like, the fact that you're even thinking like, you don't know first, like that. Yeah. I feel like you're forgetting how good Carrick actually was, bro. Like, my man, bro, his long balls were somewhere else. His vision was different. His work rate, like, I don't remember my man getting injured. You know what I mean? Like, people give props to Bruno about that shit. No, I can't remember Carrick being out for a substantial length of time. You always
and I can see where Gav's coming from, to be fair, Fitz, because especially the first season Casemiro came in, he was the best midfielder in the world. I don't care what anyone else says.
Go for it as well. Go for it as well.
Yeah. No, because that's what I'm saying. For me, like, Casemiro is.
But the era is different.
He's head and shoulders. Okay, like, compared to like when Carrick was at United, like, there was that many central midfielders. Like, Pirlo was still about. Carrick's not going to get his flowers when Pirlo and Scholes and Iniesta and Xavi and these men are about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get me? But when you're talking about Modric is retired, and we've got fucking who left exactly that is competing with, like, it's easier to be the best in the world now. You know what I mean? Like, Harry Kane is the best striker in the world right now, if not Erling Haaland. Neither of them are going to survive in the 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Like, you're right, man. You're right. You're right.
It's one of them for me. Michael Carrick, like, I feel like if you'd have put prime Michael Carrick, 08 Michael Carrick, right now is probably the best centre mid in the world.
Yeah, no, Carrick. I mean, just like the manager, like, he's very calm. You know what I mean? And I think the fact that he's someone. Oh, what a goal! 2-1. What a goal! What a goal! Listen,
Tell me I got
2-1.
my assist or something. You bag.
Hey, what a finish! Hey, 2-1. You know. Hey, 2-1. Listen, Wolves. They're gonna get a draw. I'm telling you, they're getting a draw. Hey, what a finish! Hugo Bueno. Okay, but now listen. You see, Michael Carrick, man. I think the biggest compliment I can give to Carrick, yeah, is that if we're not picking Scholes, it has to be Carrick. That's the biggest compliment. He only gets picked by Scholes because Scholes was that good. And I think in a team like this, the all-time 11, I personally would like to pick Carrick, but because Scholes can do what Carrick can do, it kind of rules out Carrick, if that makes sense.
And to be fair, and to be fair, the only thing that Carrick's got over Scholes is Carrick could tackle, but if we're gonna put Casemiro in there,
that's so again. So I think let's just narrow it down. Yeah, we're either gonna pick Pogba or Casemiro. And the way that I'm looking at this, yeah, the way that I'm looking at this,
not Pogba in the 10, Gav.
Right, but you know why we can't? You know why it's gonna be a difficult debate, though, isn't it?
Because Gav knows that there's other man that deserve to be in the 10.
So basically, what I'm trying to tell you right now, yeah, Pogba gets in there one way or another, yeah.
So you either sacrificing this spot or the 10.
Bro, listen, yeah, bro, that's where I'm going. You know, listen,
I hear it. I hear it, and you know what? And I'll tell you straight, I'm not gonna lie. One of the big things that's always anytime people try to talk shit about Pogba, one of the first things I'll say is the fact that he learnt from Scholes at our academy, and then when he went and played alongside Pirlo, that put him head and shoulders above. Now, if he'd have come back from playing with or not even gone to play with Pirlo, if he'd have come up through our academy and gone to play with Scholes, exact same thing. So I'm pretty comfortable with putting Pogba next to Scholes.
Bro, but again, yeah, this is where I was going, yeah. But part of me just feels Casemiro. I mean, Casemiro's been ridiculous, and his first season. I mean, his first season doesn't get spoke about enough for me. Yeah, I hear it. I've got to get Pogba in there. So,
to be fair, I want to go Pogba, but to play devil's advocate, I did say the reason why Varane couldn't go in was time in the United shirt. Casemiro's time in the United shirt has been better than Pogba's.
Nah, bro. Listen, I ain't doing this, man. I gave you Rio and Vidic, bro. Listen,
I'm going with my heart. I'm going with my heart. Pogba next to Scholes is the exact same as Pogba next to Pirlo. It's the exact same. Put him next to a midfield maestro, and you're gonna get results.
I'm happy with that. Exedra, what do you think, bro? Because who are you thinking?
See, I wanted to put Pogba in the 10, to be fair. And I wanted to have Casemiro. I wanted like Casemiro and Scholes.
So this is where I was going originally, yeah. But then it's gonna make it difficult because
these next positions. This is where people,
it's gonna make it difficult, yeah, because.
One sec, boys.
Can you not see him, no?
Yeah.
So. And it just means that we're gonna be leaving out a certain somebody, and I just don't know what to do, man.
No, I hear it.
You know what?
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go Pogba. Give me 2 secs, boys.
Yeah, go on. I'm torn because I don't know. Because the thing is, yeah, I feel Pogba has to be in there. He does. He has to be in there, yeah. But part of me is saying I think Casemiro deserves a shout. But is Casemiro more on the Varane talk, do you reckon?
There's more of an argument for Casemiro, I would say. Partly because...
Over Pogba?
No, not over Pogba. Because they're entirely different positions, Gav. But... I'm just not comfortable putting Pogba as one of those two. I
you rather
can't be
than 10?
putting them in the CMs. I have to put Pogba in the. If we're gonna put Pogba in, it's got to be in the 10.
I don't know, man, because someone's gonna get left out,
Because
and it's
I'm
gonna
not going to
be
leave out either Carrick or Casemiro from this team. There's no way.
so you'd put them alongside Scholes, yeah?
Yeah, so one of Casemiro or Carrick alongside Scholes, yeah.
All right. I mean, I think based on that though, yeah, because I think Carrick doesn't get in because Scholes is there for me, yeah. And as I said, I think because you've got two players that will kind of offer the same thing, I think the fact that Casemiro's a goal threat more than Carrick, maybe Casemiro does go in there then. Maybe.
Exactly. So that's why I said
Okay, yeah,
Scholes and Casemiro.
Okay, cool. I'm cool with that. Who did Fitz say? Did Fitz say Casemiro or did he say Pogba in there?
I think he said. I'm not too sure actually. I think Fitz mentioned Carrick at the start, but I'm not too sure exactly what his setup was going to be.
I think he's coming back to me now. Let me.
Pogba.
Fitz, you there? Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Hey, you. Who did you say midfield? Because we're thinking Casemiro with Scholes.
I went Pogba because I know in the 10, like I don't want to jump the gun in it, but I know with striker and 10, there's gonna be conversations to be had. You get me? Like there's two people specifically. If you really want to get technical, there's 5 people that deserve a real conversation there. And if we can squeeze Pogba in the centre mid, I feel like we should be doing that.
It means less headache, isn't it? Yeah. That's what
you know
I'm
what
thinking.
we could do? For the fun of it, we could also change the formation up a bit. So right now we have 2 midfielders and 4 at the back, right? We could make this a 4-2-2.
But again, that's not going to work because certain players have to be in their positions. So whatever way we do it, yeah, we're going to be missing out on a bad boy. So it depends what bad boy you want.
That's just the life of a successful football team, Gav. Some people have got to be left out.
Let's be brave. I'm going to say Casemiro then. I'm going to say Casemiro.
What are you going with, Exedra?
I'm going Cass and Scholes for my 2 central.
Yeah, so it's already been decided then, isn't it?
Casemiro, yeah.
Yeah. Like I say, all it takes is two people to say the same thing and it's done, isn't it?
Yeah,
obviously for me,
I'm not gonna lie, I was torn because
you're thinking the same as me, Gav. You're thinking the exact same as me. Like it's easier to leave Casemiro out than one of the bad boys we're gonna have to leave out now.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's one of them.
Are we agreeing? Yeah. Should we go straight to the 10s or go out wide first?
Let's get wide out of the way because I feel like we might have a solution to help this situation a tad bit.
Cool. All right, cool. Anyway, so let's go on to right wing. Yeah. Now, before we start getting into into this, yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys know now, yeah. Cristiano Ronaldo, his name's going to be mentioned as a right winger, but he's not getting into this team on right wing because we know he excelled playing off the left. Right.
But here my counteraction, and it's not nothing like that you've already heard because I know we had this on Monday, yeah. But my argument to that is we could squeeze in Rooney on the left.
I hear it. Here's
another argument we can make, right?
Go on.
Ronaldo left 2009, I believe, yeah? So we're only going off of 1 year here, and then obviously when he came back later.
But Exedra, that year was a Ballon d'Or year.
It was. But
so basically he's gonna get in of a technicality, basically, yeah, again.
It's not even a technicality. bro, like for me, look at it like this: when we get to a Real Madrid one, yeah, Cannavaro is going to be in that centre back pairing because of the Ballon d'Or one there.
Yeah,
it has to be. And Cannavaro, when we got like Ramos, Pepe, and Hierro to conversate about, his time at Madrid wasn't as successful as theirs, other than the Ballon d'Or, but he's gonna have to go in because of the Ballon d'Or.
No.
You know what it means, bro. So when Cristiano's won a Ballon d'Or, it's like, well, I feel he's got to go in. Like for me, here's what I've got on the right. I put Ronaldo, Mata. On the left, I put Rooney, Giggs, and Di Maria is on both.
Di Maria, I didn't even include him in.
Di Maria deserves to be involved. If we're putting Giggs on the fucking left, Di Maria deserves a shout. And then the fourth choice on both, I put Ahmad and Nani.
Nah, see, again, yeah, I have to be honest, yeah. I'm not gonna put any really current players that haven't really been in the first team for more than 2 or 3 years, because it's unfair, because you know what I mean. But
no longevity and also no success to pair with it. So like you can't be
100%.
In terms of the right wingers, in terms of the right wingers, I've got Nani, Park Ji-sung, Mata, and Ronaldo. And again, Ronaldo's only there because to fill up the numbers, but Ronaldo didn't make the name Ronaldo playing off the right wing.
I hear it.
He became what he became off the left.
Right. Well, here's the bigger question, because right mid to me is weaker like than left. It's the exact same as the right back and left back situation. Left back has got a wider fucking variety. Like Kagawa can go out on the left. You know what I mean? Like there's a few more names that can get banged out on the left if you really wanted to. Rooney can go out on the left. You know what I mean? So for me, who have you got on the left? Because
on the left, yeah, as I said before, it's Ronaldo, Giggs, Martial, Rashford, Memphis Depay.
So who would you say on the left out of them 5 you've got?
So for
I'm
me,
having Giggs over anyone.
It's got to be Ronaldo, isn't it? Really?
No, right. I'm having Giggs over anyone.
Giggs,
really? In 08 forward. 08 forward.
Giggs. That's throwing a spanner in the works.
But Exedra, you've only got what 5 years, and that's the tail end of his career where he wasn't playing 90 minutes.
Yeah.
You're still taking him.
But Ryan Giggs was one of those players, right, Fitz? Again, underappreciated. And honestly,
I get it. I love
as much as we appreciate him now, he was still underappreciated for what he provided us. That guy should have gotten a lot more plaudits for Ballon d'Or and stuff like that. That guy is one of the best players to ever play for our club. So for me, he's got to be in there. I can't be having a.
But really, should we be putting him in because of his misdemeanors? No.
Nah, but Gav,
they're not gonna give him the respect.
I hear what you're saying, right? But Gav, all right. So Exedra's going with fucking Giggsy over anything. What would you say out of your 5 there? Ronaldo, yeah.
For me, I've literally got between 3 players, and that is Ronaldo, Giggs, and Martial. And obviously, Martial won't get in ahead of Giggs and Ronaldo. And I'm gonna, as you mentioned, Ronaldo was a Ballon d'Or winner playing from the left-hand side. Giggs has the longevity, the most decorated player you would say at Man United, yeah. So it's between them 2. And
right. So on the right-hand side now. Now, but before we make a choice, because this is what I'm saying. So on the right-hand side, who are you going with?
Nani.
What about you?
Ronaldo didn't do the Ronaldo. I'm not including Ronaldo on the right hand side.
Right. No, but that's what I'm saying. Okay, so you're going with Nani and either Ronaldo or Giggs on the left.
Yeah.
Exedra's going with Giggs on the left, and who would you go on the right, bro?
So it was a toss-up because I'm not actually sure, but it depends on what you guys want to do for striker. But Rooney on the right was what I was thinking mainly.
Rooney on the right.
Yeah, but we can't. Yeah, but we can't do this. This is the problem. We can't do this.
This is what I'm saying. Rooney.
They're playing because
but this is what I'm saying, though, bro. Okay. Look back. Rooney actually played on the left a lot, bro.
I know, but are you gonna take Rooney on the left other than Giggs and Ronaldo?
What? And you would?
No. I'm asking you. Are you gonna take Rooney on the left rather than Giggs and Ronaldo?
I would 08 forward. I'd take Rooney on the left and I'd put Ronaldo on the right because I'd take Ronaldo over Nani. Nah, because Ronaldo on the right is still better than Nani. Because Nani, don't forget, we used to put Nani on the left a lot.
Nah, I know what you're doing, but it ain't gonna work. You're just trying to fit all them in, Listen, I know
bro, it works.
All them in, but we can't do that here. We can't.
It works, bro. It works, and then it leaves space for the 10 to be Pogba, and then the striker is who it should rightfully be.
Can you see him? Can you see him,
bro? You see what I'm trying to do here, bro? You get me? Why are you fighting this? You can see what it is, man.
All right, we got to make a sacrifice. I'm telling you, man. We got to make a sacrifice.
I know, and this is what I'm saying. Who do you sacrifice? For me, it's probably the age. It'll be Giggsy. You get me? You throw Rooney out on the left, put Cristiano on the right, or if you want to switch it up, do what Exedra's saying, put Rooney on the right, put Ronaldo on the left, and then you've got Pogba in the 10 with Van P up top. Perfect.
Right, let me ask you this then now, Would you say Rooney on the right was better than anything Nani produced?
Yeah,
it's hard because I love Nani, and Nani only scored bangers.
I liked Nani, but what Rooney provides to a team is more than anyone that we're talking about here. Rooney provides more than Giggs, Ronaldo, Nani, Mata, any of them. So whatever side you want to put Rooney on, fuck it. Put him there. We could have put him in centre mid next to I'll tell you the way that I was
going, just to make it more simple, So what my thinking was, and it meant leaving out Casemiro, So I was gonna do Scholes and Pogba in the midfield, Rooney in the 10, Ronaldo from the left, Nani from the right, Van Persie. That's what I was gonna do.
Not too far from my vision still, because my vision is essentially you've got Rooney on the left, Ronaldo on the right, Pogba in the 10, and Van Persie up top. Or, like, obviously there's still a conversation that can be had about potentially Tevez, Berbatov, fucking Zlatan. But for me, it's Van Persie.
We got all them done,
You know what I mean? But for me, it's Van Persie, innit?
Yeah. Bro,
you could also do the thing of dropping Van Persie and putting Rooney up top as well. But
exactly.
Yeah.
But I think VP for that one season when we won the league, he's in there. No, he's just in there.
And bro, just for the Arsenal fans in the chat, he's in there. What do you mean?
Boy, listen, you can see him behind me with the Man
boys.
So I get it.
Don't worry about that. But we're missing out another bad boy, that can be as part of a 10 as well. Carlos Tevez.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
For me, I actually think Tevez was probably better than Rooney.
But the one thing is though, bro, for me, the fact that he went and played on the other side directly, like, don't get it twisted. There's been a lot of Reds that have gone there eventually. Even my guy.
So did Schmeichel. We put him in at all time,
Schmeichel, bro. Not just Schmeichel, bro. I named my son after one. Andy Cole ended up there.
I know.
Bro, it broke my heart to see him at that scumbag club. But it is what it is. But Tevez going directly there in the way that he did, it excludes him from any Manchester United all-time 11. It can't be done. It's like if Paul Ince would have gone directly to Liverpool, he cannot be in any conversation anymore. But he didn't. He went into Milan first. Okay, we can live with you. You know what I mean? But nah, man. It's like Gabriel Heinze, he can't even go into no kind of left-back conversation. That prick wanted to go to Liverpool.
Oh, Gabriel Heinze. I forgot about him. He's another one.
No and conversation. He wanted to go to Liverpool. He cannot be. It's not happening. He wanted to leave us to go there. No.
And you know what, Fitz? You know why we feel so strongly about the Tevez thing is because we know for a fact that if Tevez had stayed with us, we would have gone on 5-peat.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. It cuts that much more because you know how good he was and what he did to us. Nah, he cannot go in this all-time 11. Not when
you know it was with Tevez, yeah? You know it was with Tevez, yeah? Tevez was just a scruffier Rooney. That's basically what he was.
Bro, them two on the pitch was like letting two pit bulls off the leash at the same time. It was mad.
Speaking of pit bulls, man, I read something today, man. One guy got mauled by his own 3 pit bulls. It's crazy.
That brother needs to feed his dogs, man.
It's madness. Yeah.
Nah, man, you feed your dogs, that shit won't happen.
How do you guys feel about leaving Paul Pogba out of this team? Do you think you guys can do it?
We're not entertaining that tonight, man.
Wait. One sec. Considering right now we've only got the 10 left where we can go, who are you thinking ahead of Pogba?
See, it depends on what you guys have, but let me just say the front four, as I would say it. For me, Rooney has to be in there. For me, Giggs has to be in there. For me, Ronaldo as well. Okay,
I already know you wait.
If we're gonna do those, and then the choice between, for me, I think the choice really comes between Van Persie or Pogba, because then everyone else can kind of move around.
Yeah, but the problem is Exedra, yeah. This is why I like doing this. Yeah, we can't just be throwing players around in different positions so they can all fit in, because we can all do that. So I'm not of that. I'm just saying, yeah, the positions where these guys excelled in played mainly. So when I'm looking at Rooney, yeah, Rooney only gets in on in the 10 or the 9. Ronaldo gets in on the left. Van Persie gets in as a striker. Pogba in the 8 or the 10.
But this is what I'm saying, though, Gav. Under those conditions there,
yeah.
If Giggsy was on the left, Ronaldo was on the right. Like we had this on Monday. We had this on Monday, bro. He was bought as whose replacement?
He was. But I keep telling you this, yeah.
I know where he excelled. But he excelled at Real Madrid. He excelled in a white shirt, bro. He excelled in a different shirt.
But when
he was at United. When he was at United, he played the bulk of his time on the right wing, bro.
Yeah. And it's only for the 1 year as well, 2008 onwards. So, the argument can be made that you even leave Ronaldo
was he better on the right than Nani then? Was he better on the right than Nani?
Yeah.
You think he was?
Cristiano Ronaldo on the right, better than Nani. And what conversation are we having? Bro, you're with Lumi on these random generators. What the fuck? Was he better than Nani? No disrespect to Nani, but fucking no, Gav. Yeah. The fuck? He's better on both wings. He's better than Nani on either.
Because remember, Gav, this is before Ronaldo's big injury, before he had to change his entire game and start to go up front and stuff. This was the Ronaldo that was cooking everyone on the wings, and people forget about that era.
Ronaldo just bubbling.
What wing was it?
Both wings. It didn't matter.
It was the left wing, man. Come on.
Bro, I hear what you're saying, but like I say, for me, I can get what Exedra's saying, because realistically, Pogba and Van Persie in a United shirt, if someone's going to get left out, it should be one of them two that gets left out, for the simple fact of, in a United shirt, short times, innit? But for me, Van Persie can't be left out for what he did in that last season with Fergie.
He can't be. He can't
be. But that's what I'm saying. But that then means, well, if
I'll
he
I'll see where I'm going to go.
If you're saying, wait, if you're saying Rooney and
let me tell you where I'm going to go. Just to tell you my position now. Yeah, I'm going to go. Pogba in the 10, Rooney from the left, Ronaldo from the right, Van Persie.
That's what I suggested, so I can't really go against that. But I do see Exedra's.
You're gonna leave out Giggs, are you?
But that's what I'm saying. I do see Exedra's point about that. Well, and to be fair, I hear it. And to be fair, the fact that Gav has now gone away from the fact of Rooney has to play in the 9 or 10, and now he's put him on the left like I was pitching. I can't really go against that now. He's kind of put man in checkmate.
By the way, I'm not happy by that one. By the way, but
it's the only way.
Listen, Giggs can't get in there. There's two things why Giggs can't get in there. Yeah. The first one is, remember when he had that comment saying to Pogba about, why is he reading the Quran? Getting politics involved in football. That's the first thing. Second thing is sleeping with his brother's missus. So he's not in there. He's out of it. He's out of it.
We're talking about football here, Gav. Extracurriculars, we do not care.
Now, to be fair, Exedra, he was taking points off fucking Roy Keane in the Premier League 11 for being a shit pundit. Like, I expected this today.
Hey, we're not going to agree on this. I'm telling you, because
now you know what I feel
the easy thing would be to get all them in is to take out Casemiro and put Pogba in there. So really, we're looking at Casemiro or Pogba, basically, aren't we?
Yeah,
I'm taking out Pogba for me.
Nah, come on, no way. That guy's the most complete footballer, the most complete midfielder that was in the game.
Is he more complete than Rooney though? Because then what I would do is I'd go Giggs on the left, Rooney in the 10, Ronaldo on the right, Van Persie up top.
That's what I'm saying. Or unless you don't want to be brave and take out Scholesy and put Pogba and
I'm not taking out Scholesy.
Nah, but one thing I will say though, in if we're talking 08 Scholes and then we're taking Casemiro when he first signed, that midfield pairing's like a combined age of like 67. Is that something we really want to be doing, boys?
I'm assuming we're kind of just because these are different eras as well, Fitz. So I'm assuming we're just taking them when they played for us.
You're taking them when they played for us and putting them. So we're taking Paul Scholes in 08, but at that point he was like 32, 33. You get me? And when Casemiro come to us around the same time, you get me? So we're talking at least 64, bro.
Yeah, but Scholes,
you know what I mean?
He was running games though, wasn't he?
Yeah, I get it, but bro, do we really want to be putting a midfield pairing of two 38, fucking nearly mid 30-year-old fucking players? Is it not worth putting some legs in there like Pogba?
Yeah, listen.
To be fair, at that time, Rooney had legs as well. He could go anywhere.
Be in there for me.
Yeah. Rooney could go in centre mid. That's the point. Rooney could have gone where Casemiro's going.
Oh, here we go.
He could go anywhere on the pitch. We could put him right back. Fuck it, let's put Rooney at right back. He'd do a better job than Raphael or fucking Neville.
To be fair, that's why it was hard for me because, as you said, Gav, Pogba's a complete midfielder. But I can say the exact same thing for Rooney. And Pogba's not ahead of Rooney.
All right, cool. Should we just take out Casemiro then, make it easier?
Now, well, here's what I'll say. I'm going to go with what Gav said there. He's agreed with what I said about Ronaldo right, Rooney left, Van Persie up top.
I'm not happy, so...
But because you're not happy and because Exedra wants to squeeze in Giggsy, I'd be quite content if you're swapping Pogba in for Casemiro and making it work. Like I'm quite happy for that to happen, and I wouldn't argue it. You know what I'm saying? But I am quite content to stick with what I had planned out. Like when we went with this formation and it started getting closer, I'm like, right, Pogba at the 10, Rooney on the left, Ronaldo right, Van Persie up top. I'll stick with that. But if you want to switch it, I won't argue it.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, listen, I'm cool. I think Casemiro really, he's the common denominator if we want to get all them other players in, really, innit?
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yeah,
with that.
I'm happy with that, man. But let's just go through some of the other players, man, worth a mention. In the 10s, I had Shinji Kagawa, Jesse Lingard, and I've just put Eriksen in there, but he could go midfield. I mean, Eriksen is just there to fill up numbers, and then obviously I put in Bruno Fernandes. You know, before a lot of the fans start crying. You know,
we also forgot about our boy Danny Welbeck as well. Shout out!
Bro, they ain't finished.
I had him on my list of strikers.
Van Persie, Tevez, Berbatov, Lukaku, Ibra, Cavani, Falcao, Welbeck, Javier Hernandez.
Chicharito. My God.
Chicharito,
What?
yeah.
But that list, by the way, that list, that should, you know, that makes my mouth salivate thinking of that striker lineup. It's unbelievable.
Van Persie, Tevez, Berbatov.
Ridiculous.
Oh.
It's unbelievable.
And the thing is, I'm actually tempted to put Ibrahimovic in there. You know that?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. He was up there for me. Him and Berber was basically neck and neck fighting right next to Van Persie.
Yeah.
Tevez deserves to be up there as well, but he's just tainted.
Yep.
Would you have Tevez though? Yeah, in there ahead of Ibrahimovic.
Yes, in terms of purely player, yes.
If when his loan with us ended, he'd have just then gone elsewhere, like Italy or Spain or something. Yes. But the fact of where he went and how he went, nah, I'd go Zlatan. But again, I don't know if I'd go Zlatan over Berber, because Berber for me, bro, his touch, there was just something about him. You get me? Like, he never broke a sweat, his hair never come out of place, nothing. He was just, bro.
Berber's the reason Spurs never wants to do deal with us anymore.
Yeah.
Yo, Berber was fucking ridiculous, man. So, and like I say, I don't know, because the time that we got Zlatan, end of his career, I know he was doing the business for us, but the age that we got Berber at and the age that we got Zlatan at, I think that edges Berber ahead of Zlatan.
I'd agree with that.
But like I say,
Gav, it's not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen. You can't be putting your hopes on Wolves. You cannot be putting your hopes on Wolves.
Yes!
To be fair, though,
Come on! You're lying. Luby Rain, show up right now. Yes!
Wait. Let me see.
Come on! Bro, what did I tell you? I said it'd be a draw.
Jinx.
I told you it'd be a draw.
You got the assist?
Hey.
No.
They're imploding.
There's no way.
Hey, listen. You know what? Yeah. Come and talk to me right now, Lumi Rain.
Wait, is this Fergie time? 90 plus 5? Is that what we're saying?
There is 2 minutes left. 2 minutes left.
My God.
Listen, Gabriel is crying.
Arteta's going nuts. No, it's his boy. It's his boy. I thought Arteta was about to cry.
Guys, I don't want City to win the league, though, guys. It's
Exedra spoke way too soon. Just a few seconds too soon, bro.
Bro, Calafiori, that bum. Listen, bro, what I told you? I told you it was gonna be a draw. I
can't believe it happened like 10 seconds, 5 seconds after I said that. Immediately.
They're not a serious outfit. Them and their
if Exedra would have just took a sip of water before saying that, he wouldn't have even wasted his breath.
I'm lucky my glass was empty, because
Hey, listen. Hey.
Yo. So wait, you bagged, because I still can't see, like, they're not showing me the name.
Wait, one sec. Yes, they missed some guy called Tomadozi.
I just want to know if I got my score or assist.
Boy, listen. It's good.
Look at Arsenal fans.
Arteta soaked in the rain, you know. Look at him, you clown. Hey, listen, it's gonna be a nice evening, man.
Yo, you know what?
I want to see your face.
You know what? One sec, bro. Lumi Rain fucking commented on one of my things before, yeah, talking about our easiest 3 points of the season.
I forgot. Sorry, I forgot. Let me get to him before I forget. Mamba, I'm gonna put it on the screen for you right now. You pussy. What's the score?
Yeah.
Arsenal score, bro. Yeah, that's why I ignored you because you spoke too quick. I'll tell you what the score is. It is 2-2. Let me see you sharp right now. Listen, he put this comment in thinking he was smart, yeah. When Arsenal scored, I ignored him. I thought I'm gonna give you back. The score's 2-2.
Gav, I'm telling you now.
Arsenal fans, by the way.
I'm telling you now, Gav, us being on a stream with a Dragon Stout, every time these men drop points, we need to start doing live streams of these matches every week.
You're damn right, bro. Wait, they're going for a winner. Wolves. Go on, take him on. Hey, take him on. They're going for a winner.
Oh, I guess that's the game over then.
Yeah. Listen, man, it's done. This is Matthias Mane, man. I'm telling you, someone's gonna snap him up. Maybe Arsenal, who knows? But
see, Arsenal fans, here's the thing. I don't want Man City to win this league, but I swear to God, if you bottle this and let those bastards win, right?
Speak, bro. Speak.
That disappointment, that anger that I have towards that shambles of a club, Man City, and their blood money that they've spent to win everything that they have, all of that is coming straight at you, Arsenal fans. You are not going to survive, all right, after the end of the season if you do not win. From all the people who wanted you guys to win, from all the people who want you guys to not to win. You're getting it from both ends.
Damn right.
Yo, let me just say this one thing, yeah. Like Arsenal, these Arsenal fans that were all over us trying to talk about it, fucking the league's over. I'm trying to say, yo, it's not over. It's January. It's way too soon to be saying this. Just don't do it. You'll regret it. And yo, talk to me in March, April. You know what I mean? Don't do this now. You're embarrassing yourself. And everyone wanted to just, you're talking shit. You're rattled. Everyone's rattled. Okay, what's this? 2 points now,
bro.
It's 2 points, and they have to play each other.
Bro, let me tell you now, yeah. Do you know what? People might think I hate Arsenal. I don't, yeah. But what I hate, yeah, is the fan base, because these guys just get loud for no reason. You would have thought, Gabriel kicking the ball away. You would have thought, yeah. You would have thought that these guys win. Look, it's kicking off now, boy. You would have thought, yeah, that these guys win trophies every year. Yeah, they chat too much. And check what's happening now. Yeah, they're imploding. That's gonna. Wait, Gabriel Jesus, I think, got sent off.
No.
Wait, let me see. It's kicking off now, man. Let me see.
Wait, I've seen it kicking off now. I'm seeing it all kicking off. Someone just got decked.
Let me see. One second.
Someone got decked at the whistle. Who's gone down?
Mosquera. Gabriel Jesus, man. He might get sent off for that.
Okay, no, but the whistle had already blown. Arteta was shaking hands with the other man. The fuck was going? You can't get sent off after the game, can you?
Wait, do what they got to do, man.
Because if he gets sent off, they have Spurs and they have Chelsea.
To be fair, it was only a push, but at the same time, like, yo, I rate my man for holding his face. Listen, I love that kind of shit.
Do what you gotta do. I don't mind.
Yo, I love that kind of shit, Sir.
He looks stressed. Hey, listen. Lumi Rain, where are you? Mamba, where are you? Clockenders, where are you?
Yo.
Arsenal fans, there is no bunker deep enough for you to hide. We will find you if you bottle this league.
Listen,
Mamba, yo, fuck that. I'm coming for them lot now. Mamba was giving me quadruple talk just 2 days ago. Fuck that. Where you at, fam? Tell me
but
you
you know
stood in the chat.
the funny thing as well, yeah. You know what these lot are gonna say now, yeah. This is how deluded they are. They're gonna say, "Oh, we're still top. We're still top by 5 points." This is what they're gonna say. That's what they're gonna say. This is what they've always got an excuse. The facts are their recent form is a concern. Bottom of the league Wolves, yeah. Bottom of the league Wolves. I'm just saying, yeah. Didn't we destroy Wolves away from home?
Boy.
Melly the Bear says, as long as Rashford is in that left wing, we're good. I'm sorry to tell you, bro, man. He didn't get a sniff. I'll be honest.
He didn't even get a conversation.
He didn't get a conversation. I mean, he just didn't get a sniff, man.
The only Marcus that was talked about on this stream was Turan.
And he shit as well.
I mean,
Hey, listen. Look, the fans are upset. JVC, yeah. Oh, listen. Arsenal fans, show your face, because it was all good, man. When you guys are 1-0 up, and look at that. You've now dropped points to bottom of the league, Wolves. And I listen, before the game, I put a bet on as well. I said Wolves would win and Wolves would draw the game. And look what's happened.
Yo, I even said it. I said it before when they were still losing. I just need to check who got the assists and that. But
the assists,
I had it down for a draw. I felt it.
The last goal.
Huh?
What for the last goal?
For either of them, bro. I just had Gomez to score or assist, didn't it?
Nah, he didn't get neither, man.
I know he didn't.
They're saying it's an own goal.
I've got super sub in it, so whoever come on for my man.
Yeah, Rockadara didn't have no involvement in the goal.
No, we won't. Fucking hell. Is what it is.
Dejected. Is that Clockenders there? Look, is that him there on the screen? Dejected. Hey, look. Clockenders is holding his hands. My man's dejected. You're damn right, man.
But
remember
they changed it to...
said, yeah? Remember when he said, yeah, we didn't have one player that would get into the Arsenal squad? And he said it with a straight face, yeah?
Bro.
That's what happened, isn't it?
Bro, you remember the last few games where they've dropped points and they've spoke about not having Saliba and Gabriel together?
Bro, I remember everything. Receipts are there, man. Don't worry about that.
Bottom of the league, Wolves just done them both. The fuck are we talking about?
See, Arsenal with Arteta and their new management have made a mistake here. They didn't give one of their top scorers a bonus for the goals he scored. Owen goal scored against them today, so it's they should have given him the contract extension, the bonuses, everything. But I guess they forgot their payments this week.
Oh, sorry. Before I forget, I'm just some guy messaged me earlier, and he was chatting rubbish. I ignored him as well, Arsenal fan, Let me just get back to him. Carry on, man. Let me get back to him. When you talk to go on, carry on.
No, but this is going to be studied, Fitz. How can a team, right, get this level of consistency in failing? It's unbelievable, really. It's gotten down to a science person. I think it is. Yeah.
Like this is the thing, though. I've said it to Arsenal fans in the chat, and I've said it when I've come on these lives. Like it's way too soon to be talking the kind of madness that they do. You get me? And I've tried to give them fair warning, like, yo, don't do this. You know what I mean? You're gonna hurt your own feelings before anybody else's here. Cause come end of the season, like the track record for me, like this is how betting odds are established. You know what I mean? Like it goes off track records. You know what I mean? And for me, fuck what they've done in the last 10 games. Fuck what they've done in the last 20. Like I want to see what happens when you've played 38 games in the season. At that point, that's all that matters. And all I know is that it's been over 2 decades before I've seen Arsenal make it past the finish line in first. So I've got no reason to believe that they're going to do it, because I've seen them come close a heap of times. They never, ever... And they've been known as bottle jobs for about 15 years now, notoriously. bottle jobs. Why would suddenly it change? And everyone that's giving this Arteta's the guy, he come out with excuses earlier in the week. He's seen that this is coming. Clearly, it's either something of knowing that his managerial style is not, or him as a manager just isn't good enough to make it to that level, or he's seen something in the players where these men haven't got it in them. You get me? And either one of them, how can you expect trophies? How can you expect quadruples, trebles? When they've never won a European trophy and they're telling me that they're going to win trebles? It doesn't make any sense.
Bro, that fan base, listen, they're in the mud, man. They're just full of rubbish, man. We don't take them seriously anyway, you know. And as I said, their fan base are part of the reason why they're a laughing stock, because, you know, if they went about their business quietly, it wouldn't be so bad. But yeah, listen, guys, just quickly before we carry on, just so you guys know. So we've done our Manchester United all-time 11. Obviously post 2008. Yeah. So we've gone for, can you guys see the screen? Yeah.
You might want to get rid of the overlay, by the way, Gav, just so people can see it a bit clearer.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Sorry. Yeah, 1 minute.
And people, please make sure to like the stream and subscribe to the channel. It really helps, especially in the current YouTube climate and stuff, with the hype and the hype points and all that stuff going on. It's a bit dicey, so you know, all the support helps.
Nah, big up, bro. Big up, man. Guys, yeah, make sure you're smashing the likes, make sure you're subbing to the channel, and make sure you share the channel, and make sure you follow Fitz and Exedra as well on their socials. So their socials are in the description, so make sure you go over there and give them a follow as well. But yeah, listen, we've got our all-time Manchester United Premier League 11 post 2008. You know, and again, it was a difficult choice. I think there was a few players that probably could find themselves hard done by not getting into the team. But we've decided on Edwin van der Sar in goal. The back four of Rafael da Silva, right back, Patrice Evra, left back, Rio and Nemanja Vidic at centre back. The midfield was where it was difficult because, again, we was debating over, you know, whether we put in Scholes, Casemiro to put Pogba in the 10, or whether we I mean, personally, I'd prefer Ronaldo from the left, you know, because that's where he made his name. But I think Exedra desperately wanted to get Ryan Giggs in, you know, which, to be fair, I can see why Giggs does get a mention. You know, his misdemeanors, you know, did come before him and did come after this. And, you know, and then obviously Wayne Rooney, Carlos Tevez, you know, there's loads of players really, but Rooney had to be in there. So, yeah, we've gone for Scholes, Pogba in the midfield, Rooney in the 10, Ronaldo from the right, Giggs from the left. You know what? I prefer inverted, so I wouldn't even mind them two switching over. But obviously, Giggs made his name at left wing, and then Robin van Persie as the striker. And you see that team there? I don't think there's any best 11 in the Premier League that can beat that team there.
No, not to mention the subs as well. If this team had the 2008 plus, if you put subs for this team as well, they just don't, there's no team that beats it in the modern era. But then again, football back then was eons ahead of what it is now. We were spoiled for choice.
You know what team I think could bring smoke to that team? Is that if we did one from 1990 to 2004.
Yeah.
United 1990 to 04. I think that could man, that could cause that's the only team in English football that's gonna bring it to that team now.
Right, a front two of York and Cantona. Yeah, I hear it, man. I hear it.
No, it'd be Cole and Cantona, bro. You know it is. You know
Cantona, remember the way he played like Rooney. He'd just go everywhere. Except he wouldn't get told off by Sir Alex when he did do that, you know.
And that, to be fair, them two, Cole and Cantona, they perfectly accompanied each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Cantona was the flair and the creativity, and Cole was the speed and the lethal finishing. You know what I mean? Like Oh, bro, absolutely. Like I say, if Cantona would have gone on for a few more seasons, I'm not too sure that people would be talking about Bergkamp Henry in the same way.
What
Yeah,
as a partnership?
I mean,
yeah,
they'd
man.
still
Because
do it. They're Arsenal fans, Fitz.
no,
They
no,
would
no,
do it
no, no, no,
nevertheless.
no, no. Because I would even say best strike partnership if we're talking two players together. For me, Cole and York always, but taking United bias out of it, and we talk longer term because Cole and York, if you think about it, wasn't together that long.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
mm.
So realistically, because they were together for like 4, 5 seasons consistently on Bergkamp, I feel like that's what gives them the edge for me when I'm talking greatest partnerships. But Andy Cole and in fact, I think it was 4 or 5 years longer than Cole Cantona because I think Cole Cantona was together for like 4 or 5 seasons. I think they won 5 Prems together, and then in fact, no, it couldn't have been 5 Prems. It couldn't have been 5 Prems. It must have been 3 Prems together.
With Cantona, yeah, there wasn't as
It
much
must have,
overlap.
I think it was 3 Prems together, two maybe 3 Prems together, but that's what I'm saying because they only played for a short period. But then Henri Bergkamp, them man played for a good like 3, 4 years longer than
Yeah,
Cole
it was two.
Cantona.
Yeah, 2 years. It was 2 years overlap. Yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I feel like it kind of edges it. But if you had it where it was just Cole Cantona for as long as you had Henri Bergkamp, I don't think Henri Bergkamp's getting the flowers that they do now. I think Cole Cantona would be getting a lot more mentions.
Yeah, yeah, true.
That's true.
I mean, what partnership do you think was better though? York and Cole or Cole and Cantona? Who would you
Personally,
take?
Cole and Cantona,
Cole Cantona. Yeah.
You've
because
what better than
No,
York and Cole?
I
then
mean,
York
here's the
and
thing.
Cole. Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah,
if we're talking about the
yeah.
partnership
Cole was better.
specifically, then York and
Huh?
Cole was better.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah, no.
I think Cantona was probably Cantona was the most talented, but I think as a partnership, yeah, it's got to be York and Coleman.
No. I'd say because you see with York and Cole, they were very, very similar. You know what I mean? Except for the fact that York essentially, where he differentiated, he could go back and drop into the 10 role. You know what I mean? Andy Cole was just a straight 9. But they played very similar. They both had pace. They were both lethal finishers. Neither of them were particularly flair players. You know what I mean? But with
But then again, we had the
Cantona,
flair from the wings, so it's a bit
yeah.
different. So
But like when we had Cantona was our Bergkamp. He was that finesse flair guy. You know what I'm saying? And then we had the lethal striker. And when it, like I say, on Monday, it come down to it on the Premier League 11. It was Andy Cole or it was Thierry Henry. And when we got through all of the records and stats, Jonas had to agree with me on the fact that you can't leave Andy Cole out of that conversation. He has to make it in.
You know what? As we're here, actually, yeah. Exedra, let me know what you think, yeah, because when Fitz told me this, yeah, I thought he was off his head, man. I ain't gonna lie, yeah. I didn't know what was going on. Yeah. He said Andy Cole, gets into an all-time Premier League 11. I thought, how? Yeah. And then, he compounded it by saying Andy Cole's only second to R9. And I thought, nah, he's smoking, definitely, yeah. And then you know what? I'll be honest with you, yeah. He brought out the stats. And even myself, yeah, was thinking, I actually didn't actually realize Coley was doing that. I mean, what's your thoughts on Andy Cole anyway?
Oh yeah, Coley was that era, as you could say. Oh, I don't even want to make that comparison. I'll take it back. But remember, Coley never took pens either, because as he said it, the way he would look at a game is if he scored a goal, and it had to be from open play, otherwise it's not earned, and he didn't earn his paycheck. That was the type of guy Andy Cole was. Yeah. So I know Andy Cole just not only from a player perspective, but from a leader and what he did for the game inspired so many, especially those from Jamaican heritage and that sort of thing. He was a trailblazer for that era. So I can, for an all-time. See, the problem is when you go all-time, then you're going back in the day as well. You're going real bad boys, people
like
who
George,
never.
like George wearing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, so it becomes a bit more difficult because then it comes to the argument of, oh, you're comparing different eras and all that, and defensive structures and stuff. So I can hear it, to be fair, why
No,
Andy
but
Cole would
that's
be
the
up
thing.
there.
For
I can
me,
hear
as
it.
a striker, certain records, like, they're the ones that you expect the absolute elite guys to be hitting. You get me? So you want to see most goal involvements. You want to see most goals in a game. You want to see, you know what I mean? And when you see these, and you're like, well, Andy Cole's joint on all these, and if he's not joint, he's second. And there's normally an asterisk next to it, like fastest to 50. Haaland beaten by 2 games, but scored 11 penalties.
That's crazy. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if we're just going first to 50 open play goals, he didn't come close. And Haaland is a beast in this generation. So for me,
Newcastle fans don't want to hear it either, but Coley is much better than Shearer as well.
Bro, Cole is better than Shearer.
All day. And this is the thing. So when most people from a certain era will say it's Shearer, and then other people will say it's Henry or Drogba.
It is, man. We all know why they're saying Shearer. It's the same reason why they wanted Shearer and sharing them as a front two, man. We know what was going on there. Let's just call it what it is.
But then obviously, then there's a next era of guys that will say either like an Henry or maybe a Drogba or a Rooney. But realistically, Andy Cole's only overshadowed because, like I said, like what we're saying here, nobody wanted
Andy
to give
Cole
him
is what people think Haaland is now, but back then.
Like, yo, can you imagine in a debut season, a man comes in and scores 34 goals in a team that's not meant to be competing for the league that year? You know what I mean? 34 goals and 13 assists. He's the first guy in the history of the league to actually do top assists and top goals in one season. Yeah. And that record of 47 still to this day has only just been touched by Salah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And again, how many penalties did Salah get for that as well?
Exactly. And on top of that, look at the team that Salah's in, and they've been competing for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Andy Cole was at Newcastle with no expectations. He was the reason they had expectations in the end.
Yep.
You get me? He was the sole reason. Like, they had Peter Beardsley up front, bro. You know what I mean?
Beardsley was serious, though. He was serious.
Bro, he was serious, but are we talking... Was he even in the conversation for best striker?
No.
Exactly, bro. So my point is, like, they didn't have no real reason to be expecting anything. Coley came in, set the levels, and straight away now suddenly they're actually looking like a serious team because of Andy Cole, and that was his debut. You know what I mean? Like, no one's ever come in the league and set it on fire the way that he has. People might try to say Haaland, but statistically, not quite, bro. You know what I mean? His first season, he didn't do everything that Coley did. And Coley's been the first man to do all the same things that these men tried to get, like the first to 5 goals in a game. Bro, Cole did that for the first time, and he was a substitute in the second half. Man did it in 45 minutes or less, like Domino's deliveries. This is crazy business. No one wants to give him the flowers, but if my man would have looked like Paul Gascoigne, every one of us would have been raised on these statistics and records. You know what I mean?
You know what though? The one thing I would say, which I find hard, to kind of even do this, because for me, the best striker I've ever seen in my life is R9. Like, for me, there's no one close here. I find it hard to say Coley is second to R9 though, because I just
no.
Let me finish off here. Is that because of the perception that Andy Cole has had? I think that is the reason, because he didn't get many caps for England, because Glenn Hoddle once said he needs 4 chances to score a goal. That is the reason why, probably, I don't rate Cole as much as Cole highly as he should. Because when I'm thinking R9, I'm thinking, nah, this is R9. But when you hear the records, you're thinking, but Cole done that. Like, he has to be up there, really, yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. Like, for me, R9, even back then, was put on a pedestal. When he was coming through at Barcelona, everyone was giving him the Romario comparisons. You get me? Because of the clubs that he'd played for and shit, and the fact he was Brazilian and the level, you get me? And he was killing it, and no one can take away his early seasons and the level that he set in his debuts. But for me, Andy Cole did the same kind of shit. You get me? And he set records that, let's be real, being the first person to score the most goals in a game, that doesn't matter if you can be the first person to score 2 goals and that be the highest at one point. My man did 5 in a game, and still to this day, no one's beat it. You know what I mean? And for me, they're records that, like, that means something, and it's got to. And I don't care what people say about the comparing of different eras. Well, these records were there to be beat in all of these eras. Andy Cole set them. No one's been able to break them, just tie them. That's insane. You know what I mean? Like, these men had like 3 decades to break these records, No one can do it. And we've had Henry, we've had Drogba, we've had Rooney give his whole career. You know what I mean? We've watched Aguero. We've watched all these top tier strikers. It's fucking Torres, Suarez, Michael Owen, Robbie Fowler. Bro, we could go on for days.
It's mad that you actually mentioned that, because I reckon if you used to ask the majority of people, Cole or Suarez or Torres or whoever, they will pick them, I reckon.
All day?
Yeah.
All day? Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. When you actually break out like the stats and figures and like, look, it's not even just that. The eye test, like I sent you over a reel of just Premier League goals. My man had everything in his locker. Long range volleys, cheeky chips, fucking tight angles, like precise finishing. Like, he had everything, absolutely everything. And his pace was lethal. And like one of the stats that I pointed out, bro, 414 Premier League appearances with 24 offsides for a player who was pace-based, that used to run in behind the defenders. That's an insane stat. That's not just IQ, but that's knowing how fast he was. He didn't have to go early. He would still beat him.
Yeah, but bro,
I'll tell you why it is.
Go on.
Yeah, I'll tell you why it is as well, Gav. It's because the period of dominance that we have had in the Prem, people don't want to remember it, number one. And number two, the period of dominance was so long that we had people in our squad go out, new people come in, perform just as well, win more titles. They go out, more come in, and we still keep winning, right? These guys, their experience of domination has been, we won the Prem twice in a row. You know, that sort of thing. And so when they attach themselves to players or the greats of their club, and when we compare it to the greats of our club, the levels, it's just not comparable, especially when you look at the numbers as well, in terms of the players they were. What you then start to realize is like the people that we don't, even us as Man United fans, we don't talk about as much. They beat other clubs' greats, hands down.
Yeah.
But that's just how it is.
And Look,
You're
because
right.
look at it like this. Exedra just nailed it there. Like, you see, when Coley got forced out of the squad, it was because Ruud van Nistelrooy and Wayne Rooney were starting ahead of.
Yeah.
Bro, look at the names that I've just said that were now coming in because they were younger than him, starting ahead of him. Bro, we had no reason to miss Andy Cole. You know what I mean? But for me, like I say, I might have been a bit too old to be crying, but I cried when my man left. Cause I knew, like, this guy is ridiculous, and no one cares about him the way that we should do. No one was giving him flowers.
That's because of the perception that's been created around him. Because I even admit to myself, Andy Cole was an idol growing up. You know, him and Cantona, Beckham. They were my idols growing up from Manchester United, and I even forget how good Andy Cole was, and that's because the perception around him is that he needs four chances to score a goal, and you know, and then you sometimes look at other strikers and think, yeah, they're better than Cole, but that's just because it's just a perception that's been built around.
Yeah, because of what the media did to him, bro.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But yo, did you have a look at that? Did you have a look at that? The 75 signings post Fergie though?
Yeah, bro, I see it. Why Bruno Fernandes is number one? Yeah,
bro,
this is part of the problem. Bro, it's part of the problem. It's because what people are doing out here, they're trying to get us to believe that this guy is that guy, and it's like, it's not gonna happen. Like, I would argue this year to my deathbed. No one's gonna make.
I just wish the Bruno that we were getting this season was the Bruno that we had 5 seasons ago as well. That's the issue that people don't want to, because here's the thing: this season, I have no reason to say a bad word on Bruno Fernandes for this season, because in his general play this season, if he had done that the past 5 seasons where he would be doing Hollywood balls, you know, that first season when he had all those pens, I don't even care about that, right? But his general play, his passing, his vision, his, you know, mentality, all those sort of things, if I had just gotten this season, the last 5 seasons, I could see why people are lauding him up as, you know, potentially as a great at the club. But the fact of the matter is that this has been his best season by far in a United shirt. And it's not even close.
But bro, but this is the thing for me though, yeah. Like, the fact that Carrick's in charge now, it's one of them things for me where I was more frustrated with Bruno because him and Amorim together, and I always said this, it's not a good mix for the club, because you've got the manager who's out, the coach who's out of his depth, and he's allowing a player like Bruno to do what he wants. At least with Carrick's giving Bruno some structure, But this is where I tell you where football's at, because Bruno has been a lot better, but he still hasn't been great. But because people are just forcing the Bruno, you know, his numbers, etc., it's like they're just advocating for average performances, because there's not one performance that he's had, where I'm saying, my God, like, this is the best player in the league, or, you know, he's played really well. I just think since Carrick's come in, he's given Bruno more structure, and Bruno's playing less risky passes, But that doesn't mean that Bruno's been out of this world. It doesn't. It's just that people are just overdoing it with Bruno Fernandes because they wanna be desperate to be right. And again, it's not about being right with this player, I've seen too many good players to be rating a player like that. And it's that simple, you know?
It's a standards thing, right, Gav? But here's the thing. I tried to look at all the 10s, right, in the world that were playing and had enough games. And I thought to myself, you know what? Why is it even in the conversation that Bruno, like, legitimately can compete amongst the best of the best this season? Not overall, just speaking this season. The fact that Bruno Fernandes is as high as he is, rightfully so, by the way, is an indictment to the level of football and the levels of football that we're seeing just generally around the world, where you see people like Jude Bellingham in a Real Madrid 10, you know?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So,
but bro, I'm sorry, Fitz. Sorry to cut you up. I'll let you jump on. Yeah. Bro, I'm not sure if you've seen the stream that I done with Fitz actually on. Yeah, and it was off the back of I'm hearing people say that Bruno is the best 10 in the league and in Europe. Yeah. Now, why that's a complete lie, and this is what these people don't tell you. Yeah. If you actually know anything about football, you would realize, yeah, that the number 10s are dying breed, and not many teams are playing with number 10s. Yeah. Now, when I actually broke it down, yeah, do you know how many number 10s that are playing in this Premier League? That he's competing with, and you're gonna laugh.
Maybe
Fitz is laughing
maybe
now already.
maybe one.
Well,
the only person I think of is Morgan Rogers.
Right, there's 4, and it's not Morgan Rogers, by the way. Yeah, the players that predominantly play in the number 10 for their clubs: Emil Smith Rowe, Morgan Gibbs White. Who was the other one?
Odegaard.
Cole Palmer occasionally.
Cole Palmer, but there's someone else. They're all English. It was Smith Rowe, Gibbs White, Cole Palmer. What's the list I had? I can't remember. Smith Rowe, Gibbs White, and
Susha?
Dewsbury Hall, wasn't it?
Dewsbury Hall. Yeah. So he's competing against, and Cole Palmer was the other one. Yeah. So he's competing, yeah, against 4 English players for the best 10 in England. Because if you're gonna say it's the best 10, just have a look at what players are predominantly playing week in, week out as a 10. There's 4 players. For me, Cole Palmer is potentially and a better footballer than him anyway. And then if you want to say he's better than Dewsbury Hall and Gibbs White and Smith Rowe, I mean, it's not really a debate, really. Then you go to Europe, yeah? Look at the players he's competing with in Europe. Musiala, who's been out injured for the majority of the season. Leonard Cole, who is 17. And bro, I think that was it. I think there's 1 or 2 other players. So the pool, yeah.
PSG. Oh no, they don't even play with the 10.
PSG don't play the 10 because they play 3 midfielders. So you can't count them. Oh, that's the other one, Fermin Lopez. If you want to count him. But the 3 players I've mentioned, Lopez, Leonard Cole, these guys are youngsters. Musiala's been out injured. So when people are saying to you that Bruno's the best 10 in Europe and in the league, it's a complete lie. Because just look at who he's competing against. Many teams don't play with a number 10. That's the truth. Right. You see what I mean? Go on, bro. Go on.
To be fair, the point I was going to make was, realistically, the thing that frustrates me is just putting him in the bracket with a 10. You can't really do it. You know what I mean? Like, when you, like, for example, like, I was putting together a list of 10s in it. And, bro, when you look through the options, if you was to put together a top 10 list of just number 10s, bro, looking at those number 10s, Bruno is not the same. And the thing that gets me about these number shits, if somebody goes back retroactively and adds on the assist where it's just one of them where he was the last guy to touch the ball, all these other number 10s in that list would shit on Bruno. But back then, an assist had to be a real assist. Nowadays, the goalposts have changed now, so the statistics are fucked up when it comes down to goals and assists. That's why that, for me, never comes into the combo. What comes into it is like the records, like what I said, like goal involvements in a season. Because, someone can have a real good season, but if that's mediocre in the grand terms of things and bare people have had better seasons, then they can't be coming into the combo. I don't care if someone's had, they was 30 goals a season for 5 seasons straight. Cool. They never had a season like fucking Cole. So it's not the same. You know what I mean? Like, conversation about being a consistent striker or whatever, but it's not the same level, because when we're talking about this kind of thing, it's like talking about the player in the prime. You know what I mean? Because these players are all old now. Like, fucking out, I went to go and see a Legends game with my pops fucking before he passed away. It was a Real Madrid United match, yeah. We saw Andy Cole playing, Clarence Seedorf, Zidane was there, Beckham was there. It was sick. But, bro, not one of them was the same as what you remember. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Of course, yeah.
so obviously it's one of them. Like for me, when people talk about Bruno, the only thing he's got is his numbers, and the statistics are all out of whack. So I can't take that serious. If you got to compare him to a number 10, and it's gonna be off goals and assists, then someone has to go back and watch every single game of Zidane playing number 10 and tally it up the way it is now, because it's not it can't be measured otherwise. You know what I mean? Other than that, you've got to look at it like, right, okay, what these men have won, how consistent they were, the kind of clubs that were constantly in for them, and like how you feel on that player. Like, yo, Zidane, at any point in his playing career, you'd have took him at United. You get me? That's one of the best number 10s to ever live. It must be, because no matter what, you're going to take him in your squad, no matter the age. You know what I mean? I'd have took Pirlo at any point. So he's an all-time great in his position. You know what I mean? I'd have took Maldini at any point. So all-time great in his position.
Yeah.
But
bro, you know what it is. You know what it is as well, though, yeah. This is the thing, yeah. And you guys might see it a bit differently. I don't know, yeah. But the only reason, and Bruno Fernandes is a symptom of this, yeah, and probably not his own fault. It's probably the fault of
It isn't his fault.
yeah. His numbers are only being talked about, yeah, and the fact that we done our all-time 11, he doesn't make it, yeah, but a certain Paul Pogba does, yeah. The only reason his numbers or the way that these fans feel about Bruno is to put Paul Pogba down. That's where it started, because when Bruno come to the club, like the fan base tried to make Pogba play second fiddle to Bruno. That and Pogba's that humble of a player. He just adapted his game because he knew that Bruno was, someone that was getting numbers, but Pogba played his part. And I think ever since that's happened, fans just got carried away with Bruno Fernandes and his numbers, and the fact that he's a passion merchant kind of player as well. Because realistically, if you're actually thinking about it like this, yeah, why do his numbers get hyped up when the club are not winning? Because why does his numbers matter? It's the same thing when Ronaldo came through, when he come through for the one season, yeah, and he got 18 league goals. Again, they don't want to tell you that 18 of them goals come across 10 games. They don't want to tell you that. You see what I mean? These are the hidden things that these people want to lie to. And then what people will start doing is saying Ronaldo got 18 goals in a struggling team. But why is it about Ronaldo? Like, what about the team? Because was Ronaldo beneficial for the team? He wasn't. I watched every game, and he was getting goals to the detriment of the team. But because this game is very much about stats, it's like look at what I can use as an argument against someone else to say why Ronaldo's better than Messi or why Ronaldo's the GOAT. But the facts are he scored 18 goals across 10 games, and the facts are we done nothing, and we recorded one of our lowest ever finishes with him in the team. They're the facts that people don't want to talk about. You see what I mean?
For me, I do feel like a big chunk of it is the fact that there is definitely an agenda for certain players like Cristiano and Bruno and that. But I do also think a big chunk of it is like they want that Ronaldo Messi debate to continue. And like on top, and with the Bruno thing, I think it's more a case of through United's struggle, they still, like, United has been a big money earner for Sky Sports, all these sports channels. So they're going to still try to make it like United are just going through a bad patch, but there's still quality. There's still real, like, world beaters in the team kind of thing. I think it's more been a PR stunt for the club more than Bruno, but obviously it's benefited Bruno tremendously because he's the spotlight. But I think it's been more a case of with Ronaldo, it's always the Ronaldo Messi debate because there's money in that. They always will be, and they know it. As soon as both them man are done, you know how many sit down fucking interviews they're gonna have with them man together, and you know what I mean. They're gonna it's gonna go off, bro. They want that. They know how much money's in it. with Bruno, I don't think it's so much about him himself, because they've got no reason to really try to push a Portuguese guy in the Premier League the way that they have. But I feel like it's definitely more of it's United. We've got to keep United looking like they've got like world stars. You know what I mean? Realistically, we haven't. We've gone big periods in our club where we've not really had a global star that would walk into any team. So they have to make it look that way. Yeah. Otherwise, we're losing value by the game, bro. Through that Ten Hag and Amorim stage.
It doesn't make sense, yeah. And I think just based off that as well, yeah, we've probably only had two players that would be true for, and that's probably Pogba and Ronaldo. That two players that can go and play for any team in the world when they come to the club. Yeah, that's true.
Cass, you could say.
And yeah, but Casemiro was getting on a bit. But yeah, you could say Casemiro as well, to be fair. Might want to mention Varane. But I think in terms of Pogba and Ronaldo, they were the two that you would say any club in the world they can go and start for, you'd probably say, in it. So
yeah.
But that's the thing, Gav. Like, football's not complicated in terms of this, right? The best teams that will win premierships, the teams that will always be on top, are the teams that will have the best recruitment. That's how it's been from the beginning, right? Yeah. It's always been the best players will eventually end up winning the league. It's 70 to 80%, I would say, players, and 20%.
Look at Leicester. Look at Leicester.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
But there is an asterisk on that, though, Exedra. Like, because, like, for example, Brighton's recruitment is exceptional, but they're never going to win the league. Not unless there's another
Not as
league
good as you think, though, Fitz. Everyone says Brighton's is exceptional, but it's not as good as you think, right? In terms of, even if you think about the hit rate, we've actually done very well in terms of our recruitment, which is why the one positive that I have from, Ineos, and we can talk about the club in a bit, but again, we're kind of stretching on time here. But in terms of Ineos, the one person who I think has done a fantastic job is Vivell in terms of his recruitment, because he's getting about a 60-70% at least hit rate on these recruitments, which is elite. No club is ever going to get a higher than 80% ever in an entire season. It just doesn't happen like that.
Yeah.
Right. So if we can maintain this type of recruitment and continue to get these better players, the fact of the matter is, regardless of manager, we will end up winning prems.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm looking at next season. I'm telling you now. If we get the recruitment right, and as you said with Vivell and who we've been linked to, I think it can happen next season. I'm telling you. I'm gonna say that next season is a target, man.
We're linked to the right names, isn't it? We're linked to the right names. It's just about making sure that them deals happen in the end.
Yeah, we are. But listen, let me obviously I know you got a shoot, Exedra, in it, yeah. But let me just wrap it up, guys. Guys, before we wrap it up, we did do our all-time Manchester United 11, post 2008 era. I'm gonna put it on the screen now. Just bear me 1 minute. 1 second. Let me just take off this. So, guys, we went for a 4-2-3-1 formation. And again, let us know in the comments after the streams ended what you think of the team, or if you think there should be some omissions. So we went with Edwin van der Sar in goal, a back four of Rafael da Silva, right back, Patrice Evra at left back, and then the centre back pairing of Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic. We went for a midfield two. And again, this was difficult because it was between Casemiro and then playing Pogba in the 10 and putting Rooney out wide or Ronaldo. It was difficult, but we ended up settling with Paul Scholes, Paul Pogba, in midfield, Rooney in the 10, Giggs from the left, Ronaldo on the right, and then Robin van Persie up top. So again, man, a competitive team and a team that will take some beating, I'll be honest, yeah? Let us know what you think, guys. If you think, there's probably a few surprises in there, or if you think, there's certain players that shouldn't be in there. Like, again, it'd be good to hear everyone's view on this. But that's the team that we actually settle with anyway. So yeah, guys, what we're gonna try and do? We're gonna try and do this. We're gonna try and do this every week. So obviously, Man United was today. We're gonna be doing Arsenal tomorrow. Arsenal next week. So again, if you guys are Arsenal fans, make sure you're in the chat, just like tonight when you guys got beaten. But yeah, listen, we're gonna try and keep this as a regular. I think it's some good content to do. So as I said, we are gonna do all the major teams in the Premier League, the La Liga, Bundesliga, Liga R as well. So yeah, make sure you guys come and tune in and support the channel. And guys, obviously all the socials are at the bottom of the page. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, obviously, that I'm on. And make sure you go and follow Fitz and Exedra on their socials as well, which is in the description. So yeah, man, it's been a good stream. Even better because them guys got beaten as well. They drew the game, but it feels like a loss anyway. And
it's time to go on time to go on a tour for all the hate along streams and the watch alongs. It's time to have a look at all the Arsenal fans and see their reactions for the goal. Have a nice week.
Have a great week, man. Have a great week. Trust me, guys. I will be back tomorrow as well. Normal time, 12:30. Just letting you know now, it's gonna be an Arsenal stream, an Arsenal cooking session. So
and let me just remind them Arsenal fans, they've got Tottenham and Chelsea next.
You're damn right. And
under pressure, mate.
Listen, do not be surprised, yeah, if they don't pick up 3 points in either game. Don't be surprised. Because you see now that squad, they're under pressure, and it's gonna be a problem for them to the rest of the season now. Big up to Tiger King says, where is that lad who's a nice guy who used to have a straw hat and he used to tell you to take your pill all the time? Where is he? Is he okay? Who the hell's that? Straw hat.
There was a chatter who did that, but I believe Fitz timed him out quite a few times.
But it wasn't that clown Kevin. Was it Kevin? Was it that clown Kevin? No, Kevin, if you're watching, it might have been you, man. Kevin's more of a fan of Bruno than he is Manchester United. So, yeah, I'm not sure who that is, man, to be honest with you. But listen, a lot of people do talk too quick. And listen, 5 points clear. At least Mamba showed up, But listen, how long for, Mamba? How long for? Because at least you showed your face. Lumi Rain hiding yet again. But don't worry, we'll get on to her very soon. So, she's got to swallow her medicine. Don't worry about that. But guys, listen, we're gonna wrap it up as I said. Bro, are you available next week? Is that good? Yeah.
Next week's gonna be a bit tough for me, Gav, unfortunately.
Bro, no
I'll try and be in the chat if I can. But
no worries,
I'll have to.
Just let me know when you can jump on, and obviously we'll get you involved. Obviously, Fitz, you're free next week, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, wicked. Guys, if there's any fans that Arsenal fans, whoever want to jump on the stream, we are going to do an Arsenal all-time 11. So if you guys want to jump on and do the stream with us, yeah, listen, just let me know. And obviously I can send you over the link. But other than that, guys, it's been a good stream, 2.5 hours. And listen, I'm going to enjoy this evening. I'm going to watch some meltdowns of some of these Arsenal fans right now. And yeah, my popcorn will be coming out, man. I ain't gonna lie, because it's been a good evening. Because you guys were chatting way too much, and bottom of the league. Yeah, listen, it is what it is. But guys, big up yourselves each and every time. Big up to all the mods as well. Big up to all the newcomers. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you sub to the channel. Make sure you share the channel. And I'll be live tomorrow, guys, at 12:30. Arsenal cooking session about to begin yet again. Mamba, Clockenders, Lumi Rain, I want to see you guys in the chat. Let me know what you're saying, because it's all well and good, when you guys are, trying to get on my nerves. But listen, I'm telling you now, end of the season, I will have the last laugh. So let's make sure you guys show up. And then, as I said, make sure next week, guys, you are here as well. And big up to you two for coming on, man. Much appreciated.
Every time, bro.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure, Gav. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, no worries, man. Cool. All right, guys. Tomorrow, 12:30. Fitz, take it easy. Exedra, take it easy, bro.
Yeah, man.
No worries. No worries.
Later.
Cheers.
Later, man. Later.
Take later.